All right. Well, I guess we're all in agreement then. We're voting Ben
Yeah,
out.
I very much agree with this sentiment.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we all knew this was coming.
Let's vote Kevin out now.
I don't think we can't do that. We can't vote more than
You
one
vote
host
me.
out a
You vote
week.
me out. You vote me
We
out,
gotta
Gizmo. Say goodbye to this server.
we gotta say we gotta run
All we
this
gotta
like
do is get next
Survivor.
time.
We gotta run this like Survivor. We can only vote one person off the island a week. And
Oh
Ben's
my
going,
God.
Yeah.
Ben's going off the island.
Are you ready for more death battle?
Oh shit. Hi Ben.
Oh, hey Ben. We were discussing on whether or not to vote you out.
Oh god. Oh god.
You fucked it up. You fucked it up, Kevin.
I'm fucking drunk off my ass. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
No. What
So-
a great start.
Let's we'll give you guys a little peek behind the curtain now. So, we got this comment last week, and this video won't go out until 2 weeks from now. Yeah, we record these 2 weeks in advance. It's just kind of a
Yeah,
an
which is
artifact
why
of how,
these set-
how
which
we
is-
recorded the first
It's
episode.
why the Seth the programmer comment aired around the time Seth got exposed.
Yeah, yeah, that was a weird thing. It was a weird
shout
coincidence
out-
because
shout
that
out,
episode went up the
yeah.
day after.
Shout out to Sharkpool and the realist Mehtly. I might be saying
Yeah.
your name wrong. Thank you for watching the premiere. We appreciate the comments in the live chat.
Yeah, yeah, we'd actually already forgotten about it by the end of that stream. We
Yeah.
don't actually hate Ben. I didn't think
I
it was
do.
gonna come across the way it did, because like I thought it was gonna come across like Ben was being the overbearing one, and not the rest of us. So I would like to say I'm sorry for that, Ben.
No, you're okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, we don't.
But yeah,
actually
you're
DM
still wrong about instant transmission.
Alrighty there, boy. I know where you live.
No, don't worry. We're gonna kill him later in Minecraft. And considering we're on Twitch, we have to quit.
Oh, I
by
just
Joke's
then.
got-
on you.
I got beat
Joke's
up by
on
a
you.
bunch of
I
hockey
played
players
Terraria,
last night.
bitch.
I got beat up by a bunch of hockey players last night. I'm ready to fucking go.
When was the
have to
last time
unlock
anybody ever played
Minecraft.
EverQuest?
Oh god.
That's on my list of MMOs to try
When
out.
does EverQuest get added to Death Battle?
Yeah,
Never.
I thought it
There's
was
not
gonna,
enough lore, from what I understand.
Oh yeah, but anyways,
Yeah.
so
Time for one of the worst death battles ever imagined.
yeah, this is
hello
gonna
to
hurt.
whoever might be watching on Twitch. We're trying something out today, and we're going to
Woo!
be streaming this episode live on Twitch as we record it. And then
Cool.
it's going to be re-uploaded to YouTube. People on YouTube will see that we had a different intro. Sorry, people on Twitch, rather, will see that we had a different intro planned. It came off a little bit mean-spirited and not nearly as goofy as I'd intended because we didn't rehearse this. I just kind of ad-libbed it off the top of my head and gave everybody an outline of what I wanted them to say. In
Oh, like Mad Lib.
hindsight,
This is
I
what
probably should
editing.
have come up with a script, but, you know,
Yeah,
we're doing
this
it
is what
live!
editing does. Yeah.
So none of you
so-
worry about. Not
Hey,
Before
I'm
we
good at
start-
improv.
Before we start this episode, as someone who loves Death Battle Deer and will defend even like the meh episodes of the series, when I say an episode's bad, it's particularly bad.
Yes, this is an awful episode. I hate it. I hate what it pretty much represents. I hate the voice acting. I hate the way they characterize both characters. I hate the animation due to how it misrepresents both of their abilities. I hate the fact that this battle exists, and I could not give a shit or fuck about.
hate this episode.
I
I
hated
felt
it.
the same
hated,
way, though.
hated,
Like,
hated,
here's the
hated it.
thing.
You cut me off,
But-
Ben.
Sorry,
Hate.
I wanted to do the joke.
Anyway, Gizmo, you're adding to it.
Okay, but
Anyway,
before
I
we
could not
start,
give a shit or flying fuck about the analysis. That's how little I cared for this battle.
Oh,
so I will say this.
No,
I
I
see.
don't.
I will say this. I did see the potential behind this because I like the sort of
Sure.
interaction between like the bending that
Edward
Aang can
against
do and like
Joseph Joestar, and we'll
Yeah, you
have an
interrupted
actual
me,
battle
Kevin.
worth talking. You cut me off first, so
I know it's fair. It's fair.
So
But as I was saying, with I see the kind of animation that you could do with that. It's interesting, like the kind of like the how Edward would counter Aang and so on and so forth. It's an interesting balance, but yeah, we'll see. But it's done rather poorly. So without further fucking ado, let me get this up. If it'll let me, there we go. And let's get on with this worst thing ever.
Periodic elements.
This is an
versus
episode that I
actual elements.
refuse to watch.
Oh, you're gonna hate this.
Oh,
Did it
nice.
freeze on me?
Excuse me.
and by
yeah,
the
I
way,
believe it did.
There we go. I fixed it.
hey, we have Alejandro Saab as
this-
Edward Elric.
This episode's so bad it glitched out my video player. That is a first.
These kids can master them with a
Is that-
vengeance. Like Aang, the Avatar, and Edward Elric, the Full Metal Alchemist. He's with
One issue you'll notice is
And
that
it's
they
our
don't
job to
cover
analyze their
either of
weapons,
their
armor,
story
and
arcs
skills
in the
to find out
analysis
who
like
would
they
win
would
a
usually
death
do.
battle.
They
Yeah.
do not.
And you wonder
Fair.
why I go into such detail about a character's story arc whenever, or I end up
Heart.
talking
Yeah.
about certain
Once the four
things.
nations
That
lived
was
in
usually
harmony,
good at
some
doing that for the
My
most
favorite
part,
version of
but
Captain Planet is the
Experimented
Fifth
that
Element.
with that kind of thing in Death Battle a lot. There have been times where they
It's
don't
their
go
duty to
into
protect
the
balance
the
between
characters,
these
the
nations.
backstory as
And
much,
since
and then
there's
there are
always
times
gotta
where
be
they
an avatar
go into
around,
it too
a new
much.
one
I
is
think this is
born
one
when
of the
yeah.
times
one
where they're
dies.
But
experimenting.
everything changed.
That's
when the
fair,
Fire
but
Nation
in
attacked.
this episode,
Attempting
as
to
you'll
conquer
notice,
the
they
other
care
three
more about the
nations,
power
Avatar
scaling than
would
the characters
inevitably be their
themselves.
greatest
And I'll let it speak for
Man,
itself.
they'd even go after a kid?
Living among the air nomads, Aang was
Egg
an
custard
energetic
tart.
and beautiful 12 years old when he
That is
learned
funny.
of his destiny. He was the newest
just
incarnation
good.
of the Avatar.
But he totally wussed out.
How do
Right
they find
away
out
from
the
home.
character's
Got
an Avatar
frozen in ice
anyways?
For 100 years. What the hell? That's not
Through
what I'd do
4
if I found out
artifacts,
I was an awesome
and
metal
if they-
badass. I'd definitely
through
find
4
a way to make
or
money
are-
off that.
artifacts, and if they end up outgrowing an affinity with them, that
But running away,
And that's
actually
how
saved
they
his
know,
life,
oh,
as
they're
the
the
Fire
Avatar?
Nation knew the next Avatar would
Thank
be
you for
an
the
air
answer.
nomad and slaughtered them.
You know, I
all in a
remembered that
horrific
scene. That
surprise
scene
attack.
was so
But
messed
the
up.
poor kid wouldn't be
Yeah.
stuck in ice forever.
Oh.
He
It's
was
like
eventually
Aang
rescued
kind of
by
found
some
out
new
that he was the
friends and
last of the
began his
Airbenders,
quest to
but
learn the other elements
he
and
didn't
save the
know
world. And
what
as an air
happened to
nomad,
the
he
rest
can
of them.
really
He just kind of
bend the wind to
assumed
his
that they
will.
died off.
He can
off
use
in some
airbending
other
to
way.
create whirlwinds and
Kevin,
tornadoes or
don't
slice
you
through
mean
solid stone.
Ong?
And he can fly.
Fuck off.
Fuck you.
We don't talk
Alex.
about
What he
we don't
actually
talk
does
about
is
that
manipulate
piece
the air
of
current
shit
It's him
movie.
that Gohan go
That's
ham
what-
kind of shit. This is
Complete with
outright
snacks.
something that no one gives a shit. Oh.
Well, I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Whatever. If it looks like a duck
It
and
does.
sounds like a duck, it's a duck. Or I guess flying avatar guy.
But ducks actually can fly. Anyway, Aang can use air in pretty much every aspect of his life. Like for shields, increasing his speed, improving agility.
I will say
adjusting
that the
his body
original show was
temperature,
so
and even
fucking
focusing
good.
his breath to use
Yes.
as an attack.
After he learned water
Like
bending
both
from
this
Goku
and Full
Katara,
Metal are
Aang
some of
can
the
make
best
whips, knives,
animated
and
series
now
ever
here's the
made.
thing.
Hey, I can
Absolutely,
do
and-
that too. Just give me a pool and
Like,
watch
here's
this
the thing,
cannonball
water-
fly. Does that mean I'm a waterbender?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sure. Waterbenders
Here's the
can
thing,
also manipulate
bending-
steam and ice.
Being a
Just
bending
like
master
outside, the
would
great
require
waterbender
you
Boomstick
to
the Wet
really
will use my powers to swim
a,
through this
like,
frozen block.
apply
You
yourself
Yep.
up
Ah,
into
waterbending
the art.
101.
However,
You can be jealous.
Aang,
Oh,
when he
wow.
learns
I'm
an
just
element, it's
bursting
like
with
when
envy.
he gets the hang of it, he doesn't really, you know,
Ah!
do much to improve on that until like,
Success!
or unless
Airbending.
there's like,
Waterbending requires a
unless he's,
nearby
like,
source of
trained
water to use, like
any-
a pond
in
or
a-
a filled bottle.
because it's like waterbending he was easily able to get. And earthbending
is all
took a
about
bit.
throwing rocks at people and a bunch of other
And
cool stuff,
firebending
like making
was
walls
also
and
something
earthquakes
he
and causing
had
the ground
briefly
to swallow you up,
learned
which is
a bit about
pretty
in the
creepy,
first
actually.
season.
Last but
And
certainly
but
not
then
least, Aang learned the
and
art
he,
of firebending from his longtime
but then he-
rival, Prince Zuko.
yeah,
Unlike
then
the
he
other arts,
he learned a bit more
firebenders
about
can
it in
actually create fire to use at
in
will.
season 3 after
Firebending
or
is so
Zuko
goddamn
joined the
powerful.
good
It's
guys.
even got the deadliest bending technique of all, shooting lightning.
Aang can't actually shoot lightning since he was never taught how to do that. He was only taught how to redirect it.
Let me guess, this somehow comes up in a way that completely changes the outcome of a death battle.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It actually does nothing in this
Oh, and they
episode.
mentioned energy
So why did they
bending
even
here.
bring it up?
They mentioned energy bending here, but it doesn't come up either. What is even the point of mentioning the lion turtle? Or if
I mean, I understand it because it's part of his moveset, but at the same time,
if you're
it should
never
have just
gonna
been a
bring
small
it,
footnote.
if you're never gonna bring it up, don't. If you're never gonna use it, don't bother bring it up.
I mean, it should be mentioned if it's a part of their arsenal, but again, as I said, it should only be briefly mentioned if you're not using it. It's like mentioning the solar flare for Superman. Like, there's no point in it because they never use it.
Yeah.
Like, I get it's part of his moveset now, but like, you hyped it up as this big thing,
Now
and
here's
it do nothing.
now here's one thing that they will not. They won't really go into detail about. It's the fact that Aang is very adamant about not killing people. Like, he was taught
Yeah, okay, Kevin,
Boomstick.
if they brought that up with any of these death battles, they'd be completely out of a job.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Aang will go to any length, and even to not kill like a mass murderer like Fire Lord Ozai. But you will not believe why Aang, because it's already a spoiler that Aang, it's not a spoiler if it's obvious, why Aang will end up ultimately deciding that Ed should die. You will not believe.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling it, but I'm not spoiling the reason.
No, I somehow...
And
I'm
I
not
can
gonna
assure
ask
you,
to
it's
spoil it, but
stupider
I get it.
than how I would ever describe
Yeah,
it.
just don't say anything. It is one of, I'll say this, it's one of the worst endings to any death battle in existence. Like, if they would have to try to top it.
Yes, they would have to actively try.
It's worse than Madara versus Aizen. That was shit.
Yeah.
The fact that Kevin agrees with me speaks volumes. In fact, Kevin, you should give this episode its own tier.
If you want to be a
No.
bender, you have to let
Because
Fair.
the thing is that Bleach versus Naruto is on its own tier of wrong. Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing with alchemy. Alchemy is something you have to actively apply yourself to in order to, even use it as effectively as, say, the state alchemists do. As in, this is not something you could slack off in any meat.
What a little badass.
Careful, Boomstick. He's a bit touchy about his size.
Hey,
Oh,
Oh,
they're
God.
gonna milk that golden oldie for the entirety of this battle. I shit you not.
We'll see, but I will say this.
Real fast.
Who here has seen both Full Metal series?
I have I have seen both Full Metal series and I have read the manga.
Which one do you prefer? The manga, the
Brotherhood.
original series, or Brotherhood? Alright.
I'm gonna go with the manga because Brotherhood has a better ending. FMA has a better start and cast.
Doesn't FMA have the same cast as Brotherhood?
No, they have Maxie Whitehead playing Alphonse.
Yeah, I get okay. Okay, casting aside. Now here's the thing. Dang, it's like so they'll bring up Philosopher's Stones, but Ed will not use it.
Yeah.
What? Adolf Hitler?
Nah, it's just Bradley. He's
Bradley!
until he isn't.
Fear King Bradley.
Although they
Since
did
Ed lost a
fight
couple
Hitler.
limbs, he got them replaced with auto
Yeah.
Kind of like my
Also,
leg.
Yes, in the
Cameo is made
2003
from
series.
incredibly durable
That's
metal,
I
hilarious.
haven't
ranging
watched
from his
I haven't
original
watched
steel
Full
one
Metal,
to a
but
cast iron one
even I
to
know
his
that it
best
has Vic's
version
best
consisting of a
role.
mix of aluminum
One of
and
the
Yes.
best.
Edward
Apart from being
Elric.
durable metal
Yeah.
prosthetics,
Now, here's the
Ed's
thing.
automail limbs function just like normal ones. He can even reshape his arm.
I need
as
to
a
watch
weapon.
Brotherhood at
So
some
we can
point,
turn
or
it
Yeah.
the
into
original,
swords and
or
saws
both.
and stuff. Increase its
I really
durability
do.
by
I just
hardening
haven't
its
been
weight
able to
or
for
turning
whatever
into an
reason.
umbrella.
Good luck finding a
God's
Blu-ray
really
copy.
limb of many
Ah, you think
I
I'm gonna
did.
buy
At the end
it?
of the day,
That's
Ed's true
cute.
talent lies not in sword fighting or umbrella holding, but the art of alchemy.
He can do all
And
sorts
here's the
of
thing,
crazy things
and
with
even
all
though
the elements.
Ed
He
had
can
quite an
basically
affinity
invent
with
anything he
alchemy,
wants, like spears and shields.
alchemy,
So
as
long
I've
as he follows
described,
the
is
rule
the
of
science of
equivalent exchange.
understanding,
Anything created with
deconstructing, then
alchemy must have a
reconstructing
source of
matter.
equal
You
value.
have to
Yeah.
It cannot be
understand,
made
actively
fundamentally
understand
different.
every
For
single
example, lead
element
can be
out
molded
there,
into a statue,
and
but it cannot
and
be
be
turned
able to turn it into
water.
something
Other
that,
than
that
there
you
are
want
three
it to.
principles needed to use
Yeah.
alchemy
You have to
well.
deconstruct the
Comprehension,
matter that
You
you're
gotta
using
understand what the thing you're
and to
using is
make
made
what
of.
you want,
Destruction,
Break
and then
stuff down.
reconstruct
and
it
reconstruction.
Put
to
stuff
your
back together.
Ed
to
is
what you
only limited
imagine.
by the materials at hand and his imagination. With
Hence
his
the
full
equivalent
potential, he can do almost
exchange.
anything.
Yeah.
He can purify water, create ammonium gas from ammonium nitrate, repair entire houses, and transform a gun into a trumpet.
Don't
That's
you ever
awesome.
He's been able to do all that.
Guns.
I can confirm
Ed's
this.
also learned destruction alchemy, which does exactly what you think it does.
Destruction
Make a
alchemy is
big
not-
ol' kaboom.
is
Ed's
actually
used
just,
it
you
to
know,
destroy stuff like
not
automail,
it's
but
just
it can
as
also
you know,
be
not
used
bothering
to
with the
explode
third step.
people's
It's
heads.
only
So,
you going
using
into the second
destruction
step.
alchemy, Ed should be able to destroy something like this on a molecular level.
Ha! Or you could just do that.
True.
Anyway,
Boomstick
with
has
all
a
of his
point there.
abilities, Ed has done some incredibly impressive things.
Nothing that
only
will
has he
ever help
blocked
him in this
gunfire from a
battle.
Gatling gun,
Yeah.
After it started firing, he's dodged a pistol from nearly point-blank range, and his automail arm even took a bite from a lion-headed chimera.
Damn.
It was totally fine.
Assuming this chimera has a similar bite force to that of a real lion, that means Ed's arm stood up to a force
It
of 1,000
probably has a
pounds per
stronger
square
bite
inch.
force.
He's created
Yes.
a
There's also that
gigantic
tongue
can
which
and
can
then
rip off your
survived that
skin, and
can.
no,
by
that's
the
not
way-
a joke.
Only
Oh,
was
by the way,
standing
that
on.
battle in the
And then he survived
2003
being on top of a
anime,
huge
that's
boulder
actually from
exploding, too.
an
We can
Omake
measure the
gag.
boulder's explosion against Ed's size to get an approximate
Rather-
energy output. With
No,
a
wait, not
radius
an
of
Omake,
46
it's-
feet,
it's like a
this
short
blast
skit.
Must have been equivalent to over 100 tons of TNT.
How's that for equivalent
Dynamite.
exchange, bitches? He also survived
They're
an
using
explosion that
feats
took out
from
most of a
the
10-story
2003
building.
series,
Even
even
apart
though
from
this
being
is
tough,
supposed to be
Ed has shown
manga.
considerable strength.
Edward.
Yeah, manga and Brotherhood.
Like
They
when he created a gigantic
So,
wall
why
of
Death
I-
Battle.
crush his
You guys are
opponent.
already
By measuring
contradicting
the size of the
yourselves.
stone golem's
Yeah, this is
thumb,
literally
comparing it to the
what they
size of the
did.
average human
This is literally
thumb,
what they
and
did
using that scale
it
to
for,
estimate the size of the
for, like,
golem.
how-
Every other
That gives us an
episode that
estimated
we've
weight
Yes.
criticized.
No, not every
Yeah.
other episode. No, not
that
every other
literally
episode.
is.
No,
Not
it's
for-
not.
Not for
That's
every
no.
episode. Not every episode has this
Really messed
problem,
up.
but like
Not
Not
every other episode either. It's more like
I was talking about-
25%, 30%.
I was talking
The
about
one
the ones that
we
we've
cri-
that we've criticized.
Yes.
Used one to create a massive explosion
Yeah.
equal to 157 kilotons
I was
of
correcting the
TNT.
record, but that's a lot of
However, it
TNT.
turns out
Note
these
that
stones are
that was done with the
composed
power of a
thousand
philosopher's
pieces.
stone.
So Ed
Yeah.
has
And not
vowed
something-
to avoid them on
and that-
principle. Although Ed can boost his alchemic power
You
in a
interrupted
similar
him,
manner
Alex.
by drawing on his
And again,
life force.
None of
Increasing his
the feats
potential
they're
at the
listing
cost
for
of
Ed
shortening
are going to
his
help him
lifespan.
in the
But that's
slightest
what
in
Ed
this
ultimately
fight.
had to learn what it truly means to let something go. And so he found another way to revive Al's body, sacrificing his own power for the sake of family.
I guess you could say he did it for the Brotherhood.
That is literally the point of
Go
this
corner.
whole
He's an amazing
Go
force
sit
to
in the
be
corner,
reckoned
Ben.
I regret nothing. I'm full metal.
You should regret everything, Ben.
I guess you could say I'm the last punner.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've
The
run the
last
data
pun
through all
vendor.
possibilities.
Pun
One
man.
possibility.
Death battle!
Let's watch.
It's
All
time-
right, no,
it's time
no
for
talking.
Edward
Let's
Elric's
watch.
funeral.
Let's watch
Let's-
it.
Oh my god, why is your background bad? Oi mate, why is your... Oi mate, why is your
Sorry,
background
Momo,
bad,
you're just too
CG?
Little! Who you calling a pipsqueak, you stupid hairless kid?
Okay, I
Yes.
already hate this guy.
How show
Yeah,
you?
again,
Yeah,
this is
that's
Alejandro
just bad.
Saab.
Alejandro, I can do a better Edward Elric than Alejandro Saab can.
I can too, and I've actually
Why
practiced.
didn't they get Falero? Falero did a decent voice.
I don't know.
It sounds okay to me.
No.
He sounds alright. He's not
You-
that bad. I've heard worse.
It sounds just okay though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
it's just okay.
No, it's not okay.
If
It's
it-
not even passable.
If this was like a shitty...
This scene I like. I like this. That's cool.
Okay, that's good. If this was a
And that's
shitty
the only
abridged
unique part in
series,
this
it might
fight.
work.
You know, there are actually a lot of advantages.
That's the
to
kind of
these
back and
like
forth I'm
is that?
talking about, but they don't.
and
do anything else.
Why are you just standing there and talking to each other? Is that... At first,
Ah! Oh no! I'm sorry.
Ah, that's pretty good.
Mister.
Okay.
That's advantage outright. Ha! Damn it!
Where did you get these sprites? Now I'm wondering.
Yeah, they remind me of Jump Ultimate Stars, but they seem to be customed.
Yeah, I think
I can
Ed's
believe that.
might
Oh,
have
guys,
started
that was
off-
in the analysis. You remember that in the analysis?
Yeah.
Oh, analysis. Look at it.
Give me is that?
Okay, yeah, Ed's definitely started off as the DS sprite, but they've manipulated it a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a DS game.
Yep.
Yeah, there's an RPG. He's actually been.
Oh, that I like this.
I played the
Oh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
now you're just ripping off the TV show.
Yep.
Ah,
Oh, my cabbages!
he said the thing. He said the thing.
That's the start of a.
Lose you again. There you are.
By the way, he also steals his mom.
Nice try, Shorty. Whew. Can't believe that worked.
See that,
Ed
Alex?
can
Yeah.
create poison gas. Ed could be turning that fucking
And Aang
water
just goes
into
full on murder
poison
mode for no
gas.
reason. He's just going full on murder for no reason.
Be made of
Just
a
for his
material.
breaking.
Ed,
God
turn the water into
Ed
hydrogen and make him...
He
He's
takes
just
like a
disintegrated. He's gone.
And that was
You
it.
do not
Didn't
miss
have a
the
leg to
Avatar
stand
in the
on.
Avatar
Or
state.
arm, I
That's
guess.
all I can say
Ed
about
may
this
have been more
faster.
quick-witted
Need a
and
stiff
inventive,
drink after
and he
that.
certainly had more combat experience.
How
But
stiff are we
Aang's bending
talking?
abilities were far
Pretty
more
stiff.
versatile
We're
and
talking
readily
about,
available than combat alchemy.
Yeah, it had
Two,
cool stuff like cannons and gun trumpets,
two-
but
2
Aang
inches
was
of
fast
titanium
enough to react to
rebar.
lightning, which is way
You
faster
might want to
than
give
the
Ace
beam.
access to
Recall
reacts
how
just
Ed
in case he
survived an
doesn't.
explosion that
Oh,
destroyed
yeah.
most of a 10-story
Hang on.
building.
Yeah, yeah.
By
Just make sure you
examining
do.
the size of the building and thus the volume of the conical explosion,
Yeah, Ed-
this blast must have equaled about 30
Ed,
kilotons.
Ed didn't really tank.
That's cool,
Think that
but Aang
the
did
brunt
way
of that
more
was
when he
taken by
carved up a circle
Hohenheim.
around that city in Avatar state.
The force to blast such a huge ravine around the city of Udao was a massive undertaking.
Channel permission.
By measuring the width,
You mind if I rant about this episode after we finish? You mind if I go
Everybody's going to
first?
rant about this
I've
episode after we're
I've already-
finished, Ben.
I've already more than said my piece on that.
More than
Is-
5
it
times
is
greater than Ed's
just
best durability feat.
Oh,
an
it's
absolute-
already-
Had the stuff to crush
It is just an
Ed's
absolute
arm
utter
and the rest of
failure of
Yeah.
granted, Ed
an
Failure.
episode.
powered by sacrificing
Failure.
It was a terrible
Yeah.
matchup. The character writing was garbage. The analysis is practically did nothing aimed to inform us that Ed had
Theoretically, Ed
that
could have been
water
capable of this
into
level of
hydrogen
power.
and oxygen.
Theoretically.
And guess what
However,
both of those
a Philosopher's
are?
Stone uses
Incredibly
many souls, while
flammable.
Ed could only draw from his
and
one.
poisonous.
Not to mention
Yeah,
drawing
well,
from his
no.
own life
Oh,
force
it's
meant
like
his power
he
had
could
a
have
very
conjured
short and
poison
dangerous
gas at
duration
any
limit
point in
compared
time,
to the Avatar
hypothetically.
state,
Yeah, but the
which
thing
has no
is,
such limit.
the moment
But even
Aang
so,
starts
Ed's
throwing all
tactics
of
and
that
creativity
flame
kept him in the
around,
fight. Yet the
and
Avatar's speed,
along with the
power,
water
and
in the Avatar
versatility
state,
was too much
all
for
he
him.
has to
Aang
do
may be a
is
pacifist
just
in canon and would hardly
start
kill anyone,
turning the
but
water
unleashing his full power
into its
is a
component
sight to
parts.
behold.
Just
And
when
then-
Ed thought he had the
boom.
hang of it, he alchemist.
Oh, and
The winner is Avatar Aang. Thanks for watching.
All right, let me get back to the. Ugh.
this was torture, or Ben, and
I
don't
know,
even
I
act like
agree.
it wasn't.
It was. I'm not acting like it wasn't. You hear me
Okay.
groaning like I'm in pain.
Okay, let's
All I know
Ben,
is
Sucks. This episode sucks.
Where is this episode?
An
I don't know.
absolute-
We put an
it-
absolute failure 2 weeks ago before we even did it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
Ugh.
at the bottom of
Yep.
absolute failure. It's worse than Goku versus Superman.
No, I mean,
on his
Goku
end.
vs. Man was good first off, but you know, I'll let you. What's your opinion on this, Alex?
Okay,
I'll start the timer.
Yeah, so they completely undersold Ed's powers. Ed's voice sucks. Aang's voice sucks. The sprites look like limp noodles. Like they start off kind of all right, and then they got too much going on, and so like this is the kind of thing I feel like could have probably benefited from being a 3D battle, especially considering that Ed and Aang both have really good 3D models from the video games that they could have used.
Oh yeah, they do. You're right.
They had a lot of
Aside
3D
from
games that they
that-
could have taken the 3D models from.
Yeah.
Yeah, aside from that, the background looks cheap and generic. It looks the lighting is terrible. Well, the battle itself is awful, and the analysis was completely fucking worthless. So why did you bring up all of the things that that Ed can do if Ed isn't going to do any of those things? Why did you bring up irrelevant things on both sides of the party? Why did you both sides of the episode rather? Why did you bring up stuff after the death battle that was completely irrelevant to the result of how you guys got where you got? You know, it's not that big of a it's not that big of a deal to just stick to relevant information. If you're just
34 seconds.
Okay, so if you're just going to come to a completely arbitrary decision in the end anyways, why are you bringing up stuff that neither shores up your position and nor even really makes it worth watching in the first place? Because I could have turned it off afterwards because
15 seconds.
I could have turned the episode off immediately after the result, and there would have been... I wouldn't have learned anything less than I did.
All right. I guess Kevin's turn. You already gave your opinion, so where would
Yes,
you
I've
put
more
it?
than given my opinion. At the very bottom of absolute failure.
Yeah,
For me,
same here.
I was going to start timing for myself. As a Death Battle fan, as someone who loves Death Battle, this is easily up there as some of the worst. And I don't even know if I could put it in like 2 minutes, but the analysis, like, it fails the characters. They mention irrelevant information, as both of you have already stated. It fails to talk about their stories, their struggles, and I know there's a balance that has to be kept, right? They can't mention too much of it, but they don't mention any of it. They only care about the battle scaling and whatnot. And it's the research there is fine, like the numbers and whatnot, but the fight itself, man, there's a lot of problems. It has like 1 or 2 cool scenes, like for example, Edward reflecting the water or tricking him with the fake statue. That's the kind of stuff I like. And the rest is hot garbage. It has the worst opening and ending to a death battle in the entire franchise. The opening could be ended with them talking like, "Oh, it was Mr. saying, oh, okay, have a good day." And then the ending is just, and then the ending is just Aang just fucking murdering him. Like, no,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? What was that? He didn't have any way of defending himself. Aang just like, yeah, you're dead. Goodbye. Nukes. Like, if he killed him during Edward's attack, that would have been a bit better. Like, if he got caught in the crossfire of an explosion, but no, this sucked. Like, there's so much wrong in the animation. Like, the voice acting, I thought it was fine, but again, it was just okay-ish. You guys said everything, but like, as a Death Battle fan, it just falls fucking flat. If I had to put it anywhere, if I had to finish this off, I would put it above. That's a hard one. Above Akuma. Mostly because Akuma's episode has some of the worst animation in the series. Aang versus Edward was bad, but not as badly animated. It was at least non-janky, if that's the right word for it. But, like, that's all I can really give it. The animation was non-janky, and a decent animation doesn't make something good. That's where I'll end it. Gizmo, 3, 2, 1, go. Gizmo.
Yeah.
Gizmo!
That's how I describe this episode. It should have been good, like, on paper, because, you know, one's using, like, elementals, and the other one's literally using the periodic table.
Yeah.
Like, by that idea alone, it could have been very good, especially with especially with Aang using the element bending to his advantage, is the same as say Edward would with the periodic table, considering he literally memorized each and every one. Like it's been brought up before, he could have like turned the water into like a gas or like I don't know, fucking anything else besides just making pillars again and again and again. I did like a few of the animation stuff, like the Avatar. The Avatar state was all right, like very okay, but at least it was okay. Edward making the little like I'm not gonna making the tube that deflected back the water blast. I thought that was creative. It's really hard to look for any positives in this show because this is really one of the more boring ones that they could have amped up. Like it's like giving a burger without any seasoning and just the bun. You forgot the ketchup, the mustard, the cheese, the tomato, everything. Like this should have worked. This should have worked. And I can at least get some fun out of it with a few of the stuff that happened in the fight, maybe one or two things that happened during the analysis. But it's not. It doesn't cut it. It really doesn't cut it. It's if anything, I put it in. I think I would have to put it in pretty like at the right at the bottom of pretty bad. It almost makes it to absolute failure.
Right.
It almost makes it.
I will admit, a glow stick boomstick was pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. That's one of the things I found funny, but it's just it's just stuff like Aang suddenly becoming bloodthirsty. They could have like gave him the killing blow without that. Ed still being fixated on the fucking height thing. I get it. He's angry every time someone mentions or makes fun of him because of the height, but he doesn't hang on to that too long.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Gizmo. Your time is up.
No, that's fine. I was done. I was just gonna say after that, that's why I put it pretty bad.
All right, Jam, your term. Do you have anything to say, Jam?
Where do I start?
From the beginning?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get wine cooler. I'll be back.
It's a very good place to start.
All I can say is literally failure. Oh. Shout out to Mehtly for that, by the way. So this is one of the worst death battles in my opinion. Again, like other people said, it's horribly animated. The animation was garbage. Music is literally saving its ass. The music was okay at best.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The music was decent. But that's it. That's the only thing that's saving it. So, where am I putting this, boys? It definitely goes to episode failure. This is actually a perfect spot, in my opinion, between Tomb Raider, Drake, and Akuma, and Shao Kahn's. And that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah. Alright, so the vote has one for the bottom of pretty bad, two between Akuma and Nathan Drake, and 2 at the bottom of absolute failure. I feel like where it's at is a good middle spot between the votes.
Let's put it there. Move on.
Yep.
We can't move on real quick. I need to bring something up. This episode of Death Battle came out in July of 2019. So the result of this the result of this death battle can't help but feel a little bit spiteful.
Yeah.
Wait, spiteful. Oh.
Yeah, this came out a couple of months, about 5 months after Kick Vic started.
Oh, that's a coincidence.
A little too much of a coincidence.
The episodes are in development longer than that, so I wouldn't call that cool. I would call that a coincidence.
No, but you know how long he's been with Rooster Teeth for a while now.
Yeah, but they don't do that. They just
spin the damn wheel.
I don't see it. I'm gonna start the wheel.
Half my car! Half my car! Half my car!
By the way, the song
Spin again! Spin again! Oh, we got an
Shao Kahn
one.
versus M. Bison.
This is okay.
We got a good one. This is a good one. I remember.
This is a very okay one.
This is an interesting one.
Not in a bad way. Like I imagine anyone could.
It's so
enjoy this.
better than the last Shao Kahn one, though. So it's got to be.
By the way, I had to ban a bot in the Twitch chat.
Was it a Russian bot?
This is
No, was one
No,
of
it
the
was a
famous
chicken bot.
chicken bot. Chicken bot.
What,
They
what
think you were
chicken
playing
bot?
Hogwarts Legacy?
Bot.
No, wait. Dead on serious. Is it wanna be
A
famous?
nightmarish foe meant to test your skill to the
It was
full.
coming yoke
And
is what it
sometimes they're
said.
just plain cheap.
Oh my
Like
They're
Shao
trying to
God.
sell like follow
Russian.
bots.
Bison of Shadowloo.
Russian.
He's whiz and I'm
What a
ballistic.
name!
And
What a
it's our
name
job
of
to
a
analyze
bot.
their weapons, armor,
Anyways, this is
and
this is the episode after He-Man versus Lion-O.
I remember this specifically. It's right after that.
I remember this is one of the only episodes of Death Battle to have an alternate ending for like the Screw Attack members.
Are we gonna watch
Yeah,
the alternate
so-
ending?
The
Like, if
alternate
I can
ending-
find it.
If you can find it, yeah, I actually remember what it is. It's pretty weak. So what happens is that before the
No,
killing
don't spoil,
blow-
don't spoil, don't spoil.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find Shao versus.
Shao Kahn became the chief advisor to Outworld's ancient ruler, the Dragon King Onaga. Together, they began a war spanning the multiverse, conquering the other realms of existence one by one.
Good choice on that.
Okay, then.
And why did they even think this guy needed a bodyguard?
But Kahn does not like sharing power, and soon poisoned Onaga, taking the Emperor's throne as his own.
He then later would kick Onaga's ass in the opening of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and come back after the opening cutscene of MK9, and canonically he'd be the ultimate victor in that
He
confrontation.
is a master of the dark arts
Technically-
and often uses his magic to enhance
I kid
his
you
lethal
not.
attacks or create
No,
enemy
only
constructs.
technically.
All right, I found the alternate ending. I'll play it once the
What do
episode
you
ends.
mean technically, Gizmo?
Oh, in Mortal Kombat 9, the only way you can do, well, actually, hold on.
Oh no!
Oh,
We
God.
do not need this.
No, no, no.
Right, never
That-
happened.
Never happened.
Despite living in a completely separate dimension,
That's
Shao
great.
Kahn is
Well, the reation why I say technically is because we all know the rules of Mortal Kombat, right? You win a certain amount of tournaments in a row, then your worlds can
Yeah, but
collide
this
and
is
merge with the
around-
other one, right?
Yeah, but this
So
is around the
when-
point of Armageddon where the Elder
Yeah.
Gods just decided enough is enough, and they just left.
Well,
left
no,
the
they didn't
ultimate
decide
power.
enough was enough. What happened was Shao Kahn broke the rules of Mortal Kombat, and that's why when he won, the Elder Gods said that he broke the rules. So that's why he won a match.
Kratos, no!
He
No!
technically still lost.
No!
No.
You know, it's like fighting. It's like winning a fight against a cripple. Yeah, you won the fight, but you didn't really win. If you know what I mean.
Gizmo, at that point, the Elder Gods weren't really going to bother with
But while his
doing
tenacity
anything.
may be his greatest strength,
That's
his
because they
arrogance is equally
themselves set the
his
rules up. They can only interfere if it interferes with their own
That's
rules.
Sonya.
His
Yeah.
endurance and
No, we're
Mortal
talking-
Kombat 9 was just that when he invaded the Earth
Is
realm.
Sonya
Now, I'm
still
not
in
talking
the
Mortal
picture in the
Kombat at
background?
9. I'm talking Armageddon.
Is
Armageddon
Sonya
was
still in
something
the
else.
picture in the background?
Yeah,
and
that's what I
Sonya's
meant.
the one
rules
fighting
set
at
by
the
Elder
end.
Gods. In
Right
order
smash-
to
oh,
invade
no,
a
no,
realm,
gotcha.
Khan's
Yeah, no, yeah,
chosen
it's still Smash
warriors
Sonya.
must defeat the
So here's the
defenders
thing.
10
Armageddon,
times in a row
and at that
in the form
point,
of a tournament of
when it was
Mortal Kombat
basically
held every
the
50
ultimate power,
which he
or was
done
being guarded
pretty
by
well.
a fire god named Blade.
But even after losing the battle for Earth,
Gizmo, the audience echoing on your end.
I don't hear any echoing.
I can hear that.
I can hear it.
Oh. Maybe I'm
Until
deaf.
the reverse time, 'cause he's a sore loser.
Oh, now I hear it.
His proudest accomplishment is his takeover of Edenia,
The cartoon.
most powerful and respected realm of
The
all.
fucking
And
cartoon.
as trophies
Now-
for this victory, Kahn took Edenia's queen and princess as
Gizmo,
Smash.
put in
Both
earbuds.
at
Yeah,
once.
you're echoing.
Yeah, we can hear you pretty bad.
Love this voice actor for Shao Kahn. Has
Yeah.
not been matched.
9 has some of the best voice acting in the series. Still.
And Bison's theme from the Street Fighter 2 animated its
He
soundtrack.
is incredibly
Nice.
wealthy, socially powerful, and public enemy #1 of the Allied nations.
Yes. Yes.
Well, yes and no.
Yes.
And
I love this fact.
Yes.
Vega.
It was originally Vega. Vega was Balrog, and Balrog was Mike Bison.
Mike Bison.
I get it, like Mike Tyson. Why was that a big enough deal to change all the names to...
Ooh. Ooh.
That was coincidental. They did it because they were afraid of Mike Tyson having to ask for shares.
They were afraid of Mike Tyson coming up to the Capcom offices and punching them because they hadn't created Chris Redfield Boulder Puncher yet.
That's ludicrous.
I put Chris Redfield 352. Put 352 Chris Redfield. I want to go punching Boulder
Who
than
could
opponent.
take on Mike Tyson in a fight and win.
Of course!
One good,
All the
one evil.
goodness
He
in
forcefully
Bison's
dispelled all the
soul
goodness
went
from his
into
soul,
one
thus
singular
pioneering one of the
woman.
most destructive
No, it
enemies
created
Is
a
that
woman.
what they're calling it nowadays?
Psycho power.
Yes.
Is that why it's white?
Yes, he literally
Yes.
weaponized his soul. And a weird little thing, that good part of his soul, it physically manifested into a woman named Rose.
Yeah,
To
Rose.
B tier
So a
waifu,
genderbend
something
fact-
like-
Fun fact: Rose's design was based off
Oh,
the
wait,
appearance
wait.
of Lisa from
Wait.
JoJo.
Was the most important day of your life. But for me,
it
was
Tuesday. One of the best video game movies ever made. And also the actor's sadly last role before passing away.
Yeah, Raul
Julia was a
Oh,
fucking legend.
He did the role for his kids as like a final gift to them before passing away. He played the role while cancer was killing him. What a fucking Chad of a man.
So M. Bison kills his actors.
That's
That's actually
Stop singing the Captain Planet theme, Boomstick.
That's actually a quote from TV.
Love that.
The badass page for Bison.
Of course!
And even
Of
psychic
course.
brainwashing, which has become quite
We need to watch that film. I need to get the
Oh
steelbook.
God, Alex!
Good. Shao.
Focuses on speed and destructive force over all else, made possible by such moves as the Psycho Cannon, the Head Stomp, a Scissor Kick,
And that cheap-ass slide kick.
Oh, like that kick over and over again in the Game Boy version of Street Fighter 2.
God.
Slide
full
kick.
power can kill a
Slide
Slide
kick.
kick, aka the
M. Bison is
aka
extremely
the reverse
cocky, considering
moonwalk.
himself no less
Oh,
than a
God.
and for good reason. He has been impaled, electrocuted, shot point.
I would
blank,
love to see M.
punched
Bison
underneath
come
a
back to
building,
Death House, see what their
yet
modern
resumed the
research
fight
team
like
could
nothing
do.
happened.
Just see all the crazy shit. They're showing some crazy shit now.
That's an actual final boss, though, not like secret character Akuma motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Psycho power has
I'm really
only
sick of
one
them using
major
Akuma like, oh, he's the final
Bison's
boss. No,
human
he
body
ain't, man.
cannot contain its full
Since when?
potential and will eventually break down. Fortunately for Bison, he can transfer his soul into other compatible
Oh, so he's
bodies once
Xehanort.
his current one is used up.
But even if that fails, Bison says
Kingdom
screw
Heart,
Hey,
I mean
Xehanort
Street
is
Fighter,
right.
I mean Shadow, I mean Sin, I
By the
mean
way,
Oh,
Street
yes,
Fighter
the-
2, the
that-
animated movie,
Psycho power's
great
full
fucking
potential.
movie. Go watch
Sure,
it. Great art
completely
Yeah.
style.
mutilates his body, but it's
We
still
also
power
American
Very
soundtrack
honest.
is better.
victory.
So who gives a
No,
Shows the
it's
dub.
not.
Shows
How
the
about
dub.
this?
Fight me.
Watch
Fight me.
Fire the animated movie and the live action one.
Yes, I killed your father. What is it with you women anyway? I killed my father too, but you don't hear me whining about it.
The legendary quote. That is just so fucking
Oh, that show is so bad, but it has such good quotes.
It does.
He gave Blanca this
Oh, this is
fucking
great.
growl voice.
Oh!
He doesn't even care.
Doesn't give a shit. Ooh.
No, can't even do the scissor kick.
Oh.
I love the
You're such a cocky bastard.
I love this sprite for Bison, by the way.
Yeah, it's great.
That's the Alpha 3 spray. Then
Yeah, like that. Shao.
Nice. Ooh.
Stomping on him.
Oh! Oh!
Is that your best? Taka 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 taka.
you know the only reason Bison is actually this buff to begin with is because of the Street Fighter 2 animated movie.
Ooh.
Hey, I'll take it.
I think it's awesome. Like I'm not a fan of his skinny look, to be honest.
Flawless victory.
My psycho
No,
power
that's
knows no limit.
that's BS.
He's transformed! He's black now!
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Final Bison does nothing to Shao Kahn.
And he just slowly dominates him. Oh!
Whack-a-mole.
Oh! Oh!
Damn.
Oh, watch this. Watch this.
Garbage.
He's gonna eat his soul.
Hang on a second.
Watch this. Watch this. Oh no. He's got psychic power.
While Bison is one
Oh,
of the
These endings.
fighters and surviving the raging
Yeah, I
game
miss
of
those
brutes that
endings
can
too.
protect his soul, Shao Kahn's thousands of years of combat experience combined with his brutal tenacity ultimately triumphed. Also, Kahn's otherworldly makeup means it's extremely unlikely Bison's soul could
You know what's
protect
sad when a
him
season
given
2
the
episode's better
And
animated
Kahn
than a
is no
season
stranger to
8
brainwashing.
episode.
Hell, he
Yeah.
used his own wife
Yeah.
and daughter for years.
Yeah.
Not to mention Bison's
Oh.
skilled psycho power is
This
the
was such a
best
breath
weapon
of fresh
against
air.
somebody who eats
I
souls
just-
for breakfast.
The only issue I
Shao
take
Kahn
is the
has
fact
gained
that
power from every
Final
soul he's
Bison
devoured.
practically did
By the
nothing
rules
in
of
this
Yeah.
fight.
and assuming the
That's my
possibility of
issue
losses,
too, but I
Kahn has
love the
consumed
rest
at
of it.
least 60
I don't know how to
billion
rank it,
souls
though.
over 10,000 years.
Mhm.
Looks like Kahn had a
I'd
final
probably
solution for
say
Bison.
it was
The winner
alright.
is Shao Kahn.
Alright, is Alex still there? I want to show the
Um,
alternate ending.
Yeah, he's still here. Show the alternate
Yeah,
ending.
I'm here.
Okay,
Okay,
All right,
so I have
here's
a
the
question.
ending. What's
Shoot.
your question?
Okay, so yeah, go ahead. Go ahead with the alt
All right.
ending.
Friendship.
Friendship.
Again. Turn that up. Oh,
There's
there's
no sound on this version.
Oh, they removed
God.
the audio.
Hey!
Look at them. They're having
Yeah,
so
because
much
it's copyrighted.
Fuck
Look
'em.
at them. Look, it's like it's psychic.
They're the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, they can't.
Oh my god!
Oh boy!
Viva
Las
Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
Best friends for us. We're stuck in the sand.
Liu Kang is like stabbed through the damn top.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, shame there was no sound in that version, but probably
Jeez.
for the best.
Anyway.
All right.
So,
Alex,
I have a question before we
what's your-
start the ranking.
What's your question?
What's they said something about Bison possessing other people's bodies. Couldn't
That's
have done
most-
that to Shao Kahn.
It wouldn't
no.
have worked. It wouldn't have worked.
work?
No, Shao
it
Kahn
would
eats
not.
souls to begin with.
Yeah, that would basically be a Bison giving Shao Kahn a free meal.
Yeah. It would essentially be him just, hey, eat my soul. Okay.
I mean,
Hi,
could be
I'm just
possible that
wondering,
he-
like,
that he-
why at the end he wouldn't try to possess, like, after he'd already been.
I assume
killed?
I assume he didn't have the time, and Shao Kahn would have absorbed his soul fast enough, where he wouldn't have been able to do or react.
Plus,
not-
by
I'm not
Let's
saying
Shao-
that's a major flaw. I'm just like wondering
you're
because
fine. That's a good question. It's a good question.
yeah,
All right,
an alright question.
all right,
I'd say
Alex.
it was alright.
I'm gonna put it in pretty damn good. I'm gonna put it.
Sorry, I've got snackies.
I'll put it above.
Jackie!
Above Sasuke versus what's his fuck.
Sasuke.
Remember, we're doing our tier list. So, are you talking about? So, right under Sora versus Pit.
You know, I don't. If I'm ranking it like that, I gotta put it below Spyro and Crash.
Where's that? Yeah, I can see that. Kevin, where would you put it?
I said it was fine, mostly due to the fact that
right.
Final Bison didn't really get to show a lot of his capabilities. He just kind of got stomped.
Yeah. I'm gonna start my time for myself. That was way better than I remember, if I'm being honest. I thought it would just be fine, but it was a lot better than I remember, especially with the very two different sprites, right? You would think those would clash, but it didn't really clash that hard for me. Like, it was really entertaining, which does say a lot, honestly. I do have a few complaints. Again, the Final Bison not really being used that much is kind of a bummer. Like he appears and then gets absolutely thrashed. I would have liked to see him get a few more hits in, but that's just me. The rest I really enjoyed. I love the ending. I love the opening. I love kind of the back and forth they had, especially the effects for and Bison's attacks. They were really good in this episode. If this is like early season 2-ish, yeah,
Literally
like
the second episode.
yeah. And I expected something worse, but I got something that was really damn fun. I don't like it as much as any episode above Sora versus Pit, but I do still really enjoy it. It's kind of hard to explain for me. Also, the analysis was good. It's a shame I didn't hear any, of course, memes in there, but we got a few good ones. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll put it pretty damn good. Right? I would put under Sora versus Pit, in my opinion. But yeah. All right, Gizmo, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't know. That's a little too much praise, but I get why you would praise it that much. But at the same time, come on, man. I mean, it was fine. It's still fine. I wouldn't say it's worse. I wouldn't say it aged badly. I think it aged just. Well, actually, no. I think it's because it didn't age at all in any way. It's stuck at fine. You know, it's not as bad as I remember. It's not as better as I remember it. I just remember it being one of the good ones, just one of the okay ones. Because again, this is another Mortal Kombat match. They could have looked for better sprites in better quality. I'm gonna keep saying that for every time they do a goddamn 2D Mortal Kombat fucking matchup.
To be fair, there wasn't any good sprites for Shao Kahn at the time. There is now, thanks to Mugen.
But the thing is, they could have at least looked at some Mugen places where people make
That's
custom
what
sprites.
No, that's what I was saying. As someone who was in that community a lot at that point, the only sprites were the ones from the arcade games. There wasn't many.
What I'm saying is that even then, they could have looked for better quality sprites. There are people who outright ripped sprites from damn Tattoo Assassins, and they look better. Deadass, no cap. I swear to God, they look better than whatever Death Battle is using.
I will fucking kill you if you use that Zoomer lingo again.
Deadass, no cap. What the fuck? Up your butt. They just look. They could.
That's exactly the response I was hoping for. Thank you.
They could seriously look for. I'm gonna keep saying it every time a Mortal Kombat 2D match comes up. If they're using old school, like, you know, live action sprites, they have to look for better 2D sprites for these guys. If they can't look for custom, look for the damn arcade sprites. And if you can't look for good arcade sprites on that website, look for them damn somewhere else. I don't get how they keep finding all these sprites and just having them look all blurry and shit. Anyway, beside that, it's good for what it is.
Alex, I do greatly appreciate you doing the intermission thing in the death battle.
Gizmo, your timer went off. Where would you want to put it?
The bottom of it was fine.
Really,
I'm not gonna say it was anywhere closer to. It could have been worse because there was nothing in there that made it any better or worse to begin with. Like I said, it was one of the fine episodes.
All right.
If anything, it aged like water.
All right.
You know, it's like it's not gonna get sour. It's not gonna get sugarless.
It's fine. All right, hang on. Jam, your turn in 3, 2, 1, go.
So this Death Battle was one of the originals, right?
Yeah, it was season 2 original.
So, in my opinion, it actually aged like fine wine. It literally did. Because it used some of the, like, the SNES, NES, the old Sega games. Like, let's be real, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. Loved it that they included Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat 11, by the way, over here. No, actually, it was funny. It was actually one of the characters who literally made it. Who was one of the pre-order characters. It was funny. So, animation was at the time good, so good to this day. Like I said, they used the NES, the old stuff. Really wish they could have mixed Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat theme, but they literally couldn't do anything about it. So I would say, where we're going, boys? I would say a break below Story versus Pit.
All right. Anything else to add? You have like 52 seconds if you want to add anything else.
Mortal Kombat.
All right, fair enough. All right, so we got 3 votes for Pretty Damn Good, 1 for Under Sora, 2 for Under Sora, I mean. 1 for Under Crash, and 3 at the bottom. So let's say right here.
All right. And let's
Even the ratio.
All right.
All right.
keep going.
Spin the wheel.
Give me the $1 million win! Give me the $1
William
million
Morales,
win!
turn. Show us the lesson we should learn.
Oh!
Oh! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yes! Yes!
Okay.
This is one of the best episodes. Hell yes! Let's go. I
Yes!
love this episode.
Yes!
Speaking of sprites, you get really good sprites for Scorpion in this episode.
Yes.
Some of the best from Capcom versus the World, actually. The fan game. This is such a good episode. Yes, I'm so happy we got this one.
2 marquee warriors, arcade rivals since the 90s, now facing
Yeah,
off for
basically.
true superiority.
Ryu, the wandering world.
Shame we'll never get like a fighting game between those two due to Japan not liking Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's our job to analyze their
Such a shame.
Actually,
It would be so-
fun fact. Honestly, fun fact. Scorpion was actually considered to be smashed, so it
No,
almost
that's
happened.
actually
Why
not
did they
It
do
true.
almost
it?
happened.
The earth and improving his fighting
It almost
skill
happened.
is the life of
I
Ryu,
don't know
Japanese
about
martial
that.
artist.
Swapped out violence for goddamn
There's more to
Scorpion, the
this karate
fuckers.
hobo than meets the eye.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could get him to work in a Smash game, but I mean,
You
it would
can.
be very
Yeah, let's be real here. I
From
love
that
Fire
moment on,
Emblem.
Ryu
There are like
dedicated his
12
life
Fire
to martial
Emblem
arts.
characters in that
Probably on
friggin'
some
game.
sort of parental vengeance quest.
To be fair, let's be fair, they were added
Oh, I
over
can.
time. They were added over time. They weren't added all at once, to be
The
fair.
reason why people can't differentiate every Fire Emblem character from one another. They all look the same from a casual perspective, and they
Yeah.
all
You
look. And a lot of them look
Marth.
boring too.
You have Marth, blue Marth, Marth with red
Unlike
hair,
the ways
Marth
of his
with
violent brother Akuma, who ultimately would prove to be his undoing.
What, you don't like
Oh,
Ike?
yeah, he can finger paint.
Finger painting. We all love it.
Sure isn't your
I love how that's a
favorite
running joke
style.
in this
Get Ryu
series.
sure you
Finger
can.
painting.
So powerful, it's like
Maybe,
sky high.
well,
The Hadouken
not
uses a
prom.
fighter's
Maybe
willpower to fire a
Lucina,
blast of
but that's
energy
about
and destroy evil
that's
things.
about the limit.
Like
No,
water
Lucina was an echo.
Physics?
And,
I don't care.
Yeah, Lucina was an echo. To Marth, I believe.
and fun fact, I used to be Corn main. I used to be.
I had it.
Chrom was an echo to Roy, but also used stuff from Ike.
Yeah.
And that's one of the best Echo Final Smashes. The best Echo Final
He
Smash,
also has a
actually.
powerful step
Yes, it
kick
is.
he
All right,
calls
be right
the Judan Sokutagari.
Hey, we don't have the translation for that one. I'm on it. Diarrhea joke, boy.
Oh, that joke.
What does it do? Stomach so hard that he takes
God
it
bless
why-
Google Translate.
This is why we don't rely on literal translations.
Yeah, Google Translate is a great
You know it's
place to
diarrhea
start,
kid
but
forever in my mind now,
don't
right?
don't trust it 100%,
At the
okay?
age of
Yeah.
23, Ryu entered the first
Oh, there's a fan
World
remake.
Oh,
of
the
Super
original
one.
game. You rarely see footage of this. I do like how
Someone
they
remade the
indulge
game,
in it.
actually.
champion Sagat.
They did?
After
Did they
Oh
all,
yeah,
Uh,
two players,
it's got the
character
Spider
selection,
Boss.
and everything.
Until he made the mistake
Oh,
of
you
being a good
you have to
sport.
send me that. I'm
Beating the shit out of
curious.
Ryu, Sagat
Oh,
offered
yeah.
him a helping hand up. Instead of taking it, Ryu gave him a surprise
Man, that's a
punch
salty
so hard,
way
it ripped
to
his chest
spite
How
off.
hard is
someone.
your punch that
God
ends up
damn.
being as sharp as a damn knife?
Dick move.
God
this
damn.
was Ryu's first taste of the dark power buried within him, the Satsui no Hado, literally the surge of murderous intent.
Not as good a name as the Dragon.
I'm edgy.
No Hado gives Ryu incredible power, but
No, he
at
doesn't
the
have a
expense
gun.
of his humanity. He can tap into his power to safely enhance his attacks.
Are you saying you can't be edgy unless you have a gun?
Well, you can't be edgy unless you have a gun, tribal tattoos, and you're crying over a bitch that you don't know if you have a relationship with or not.
We're talking.
What about a
Evil Ryu
cigarette?
has enormous power to the point
That
that
that that's fair. That all
he can
depends on
blast a
what
skyscraper
character.
to smithereens.
True, that's fair.
He can teleport short distances.
I feel like Mickey Mouse with a cigarette would be too edgy.
More impressively, despite Goken never teaching him this, Evil Ryu can use the Ansatsuken's forbidden technique, the Shun Goku Satsu. More
That's
commonly
one
known
dead
as
master.
The Raging Demon.
That Machinima series was good. We talked about that before, but that was actually
it's
really
a
good.
shame they canceled the second seasons for the sake of something else.
And then that something else never happened.
No, that something else happened.
To murder Ryu.
It wasn't
did?
very good.
Since then, Akuma has been haunting Ryu.
I didn't know that.
Fully commit to
Yeah,
the dark
no,
Satsui
they,
Hana as well. Basically, this is
They
karate
released
Star Wars.
a
you
like
call
a
everything Star
Street
Wars.
Fighter short
Well, some
film
even speculate that
thing.
Akuma is
I'll have to go
Ryu's
look
father.
at it again.
Mother of God. It is karate Star Wars.
Because I remember they also did a Mortal
Goku's
Kombat
teachings
series, and
instilled
they were
a
going to make that into a
Assassin's
movie, and then that got canceled.
If he can
Oh,
resist
man.
and shun
They
this
had,
dark
like,
temptation, he
They
can
had
attain
two
an
different
even
Mortal
greater
Kombat
power.
series, I think.
By detaching
It was two seasons.
And the live action
It was
show. That was about it, though.
Yeah, so Street
Yeah.
Fighter
Jedi.
Resurrection was a
This
tie-in
boosts
to
his
Street
speed,
Fighter
power,
5.
and can do all sorts of crazy shit to his abilities.
They were supposed to be
This
making the
is
World
power
Warrior
of
at some
nothingness.
at some point, but then Street
The
Fighter
power
5
of
happened and they
nothingness is
decided,
more focused than the
oh,
dark
we're
Hana,
gonna make a
allowing
new
Ryu
Street
complete
Fighter
control
thing.
over his mind and body. Goken even once used this power to separate
At least
himself
they
from
kept
his
the same
soul in order
cast.
to survive Akuma's raging
Yeah,
demon.
that's good.
Surprise, Obi-Wan is still alive.
How many years ago was that?
Ryu is skilled enough to take on numerous thugs at once. Tough enough to survive being
Oh,
killed.
look at that face.
I remember that.
Genetically created
it was
Super
7
Warrior
years
set.
ago.
Oh, and he's
Oh,
mastered the
that's
dodge
sad.
point
In
blank
this
gunfire.
period of time,
Yet
they
as
could have
evil
also
Ryu, his
given
aura
us the
is
World
so strong
Warrior.
that he just walked
That said, being the Street
Capcom
Fighter
probably has
poster
to
boy doesn't mean
greenlit it,
he's
and
the
they
I am
just
top
never.
so
He's lost a
fucking
number of
done
matches
with
fair and
these
square
with
against
these
the likes of
guys
M. Bison,
sitting on their
Oro, and
fucking
even his
properties
best
for as
friend
long
Ken.
as they do.
However, many
Like,
of these
I don't-
losses
I
may
don't
stem
like
from his
this.
struggle to contain the power of the
Because
dark
When the
Satsui.
fan game comes
Oh,
along,
that
they
It's
face!
quite difficult to
When
do
was-
in the middle of
Hey.
battle.
Holy
But
shit!
when Ryu unleashes
Assassin's
his full
Fist was in
potential, stay the
2014.
fuck out of his way.
It took them 2 years to put out Resurrection. You know what they could have done? They could have put out fucking Assassin's Fist and World Warrior.
Meanwhile, Scorpion.
From
Yeah,
Earthrealm
so they
to
could have put out the
Outworld,
World
there were few
Warrior
who didn't
show
fear the ruthless
between,
clan as the Ling Quan.
That's my
it
girl.
was between
Except the
1 and
Shirai
2,
Ryu, a clan
between
with some
Street Fighter and
serious
Street Fighter
balls.
Resurrection.
Not only did they defect
And they
from
could
the
have
Ling
already
Quan,
gotten
they mocked them
in,
on a
like-
daily basis by wearing obvious palette swaps of their clothes.
It's so weird. Like, it's kind of a shame
Scorpion
that
thinks he's
Machinima. It's a shame that Machinima went on to create 2 great video game series and just cancel them both.
Got him.
From
Seriously,
the Shirai
Scorpion
Ryu
and those
came Hanzo
and that
Hasashi, the
cheaply
hellish
animated
ninja of
show-
vengeance.
Animated
But before he
in
became
short
the
film,
Self of Nightmares,
thinks he's
he was once
sneaky.
an ordinary young
Very
whose father
cute.
just happened to be a deadly assassin. In hopes of sparing him from a violent life of regret and murder,
Hi, Mortal
Hanzo's
Kombat
father
Comics.
forbade him from
I believe
ever
that
joining
was
Creator
the-
Ed Boon's favorite
You're not
character.
allowed
Can we
to-
talk about how
Wow.
Ed Boon hated the new
However, as
movie
time went
so
on,
badly he
Hanzo
refused to
was
do the
desperate.
Get Over
He
Here
needed a
line?
way to support
Yeah,
him,
I can't
really?
hardly blame
but
him.
also his wife
Yep.
and son. Faced
I thought the
with
movie
fear
was
and
good enough.
he reluctantly disobeyed
No.
his father and began the life of a
What
ninja
the
assassin.
We gotta.
They
we gotta-
replaced
No.
they replaced Johnny Cash with Johnny Cage with an OC because Johnny Cage was white. That's not exaggeration. Look that up. That
You
was
could've just-
that was the reasoning.
You know what they could have done? They could have still called him Johnny Cage.
Oh fuck
No.
no! With that bully personality.
No. I don't care. I know it would have sucked still, but you could have called him Johnny Cage still.
This
The
is
fun-
similar
the
to
funniest
that
thing is that he
Don't
appears
you
in
be
the
putting Johnny
post-credit
Cage on
scene.
some rando.
He appears in a credit scene, which is funny. Like, oh, credit scene, Johnny Cage. Like, why isn't he in the fucking movie?
Okay, so there was
The
a
Miz from WWE actually
there was
says
a
that he
Mortal
will
Kombat live action.
work out to play the role of Johnny Cage if they accept him.
There was a Mortal Kombat live action show called Mortal Kombat Conquest.
That was that the Machinima series or was that
No,
something
that's something
else?
else.
1990 something.
Oh, yeah, that's that's
That was the
different.
first mention of Takeda, I think.
Bet you wish you listened to Dad now.
Then in
maybe you
2011,
could've
there was
ended
the
up in a happier
Machinima
place
series,
with
Mortal
your murdered wife
Kombat
and
Legacy,
And
which
that's
was
that's
based
when they
on
started.
Mortal Kombat Rebirth, which was a fan film.
Sworn to protect. Scorpion scored a second chance by striking a deal with the
And-
sorcerer Quan Chi.
Legacy was
Thanks to
so
his
good.
loyalty, Scorpion was resurrected as a phantom of the
It's
And
still
there were
depressing.
supposed to- yeah, there were 2 seasons, one in 2011, one in 2013. God only knows why it took them 2 years to make a second season. And then,
I think the second one had higher production.
they were supposed to make a second No, they were supposed to make a Mortal Kombat show to tie into Mortal Kombat X. That never happened.
The Nether Realm is the
Pain.
source of Scorpion's demonic power, and his strength rises simply by his being there.
The Mortal Kombat Federation of Martial Arts was Threshold Entertainment's answer to the restrictions of the franchise involving midway game mode. The challenge was to create a game that successfully promoted the game.
Scorpion, why do you do Sub-Zero's Fatality?
The answer we developed. This is what the fuck?
Scorpion. He's a
Interactive
Scorpion.
stock trading game.
Penguin. You can turn to Penguin. Remember that. That's important.
How did there is a Mortal Kombat stock trading game?
Not a card, not a trading card game. A stock trading game?
Yeah. So Threshold Entertainment created a stock trading game, apparently. I don't know what platform this was for, but Threshold Entertainment created a Mortal Kombat game called Federation of Martial Arts.
Oh, poor Scorpion.
As like a licensed tie-in Mortal Kombat game.
Protecting the late Sub-Zero's younger brother.
And
no, I have a question. Who looks at fucking Mortal Kombat and says, yes, I want to trade some stocks now? Cooking with Scorpion?
Learn about
For that years ago.
I'm not gonna trust anything that guy makes. Does he even eat anymore?
Was that from the 90s series? That had to be from the 90s series.
No, actually, that was from an unlockable from I think one of the first 3D Mortal Kombat games.
Maybe.
It's not 4.
Skeleton ninja from hell.
I am Scorpion.
It wouldn't
Okay,
surprise me
so it
since
was
one of the
a-
games had an unlockable kart racing game in it.
Oh wow. So
Oh, Armageddon had the kart racer.
Yeah,
Federation
hang
of
on.
Martial
Animation's
Arts.
gotta start, guys. Animation.
Episode signed by Wiz and myself.
Oh wait, they're talking
Federation
sponsor.
of Martial Arts was a web game
And now it's
made in
time.
All right.
2000.
Oh, I like that. I like that image. The anime and live action split together. I like that. All right, let's watch this. I'm excited.
And they had a low budget fucking. Oh god, they had a low budget.
Using the third strike stripes, man.
Oh, wow, here we go.
Hey,
Yeah!
They actually took the time to draw a scorpion sprite.
Nope, that's actually
It is.
from
That's
Capcom
actually from
versus
a
the World.
Legion project called Capcom
Yep.
vs. Universe.
Hey,
No, it's the World.
I'll
Capcom
take
versus
that
the
over
World.
them using
Yeah.
repurposed SNES sprites, because as much as I
King,
love
yes.
the live action
Ooh.
video capture
Yeah!
sprites in their
Ooh.
context, they look really out of place and stuff like this.
It's got to either be they have the same graphic style
Let's watch it,
or
let's watch it.
nothing.
Stand up after that? I'll finish this.
Why is his hair blue? You don't have to make
Ooh.
his hair blue.
I mean, that was a
Not
snare.
blue. It's just the lighting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is
I
the
don't
lighting.
know.
A lot of lighting makes black hair
Yes, I
look
understand
blue.
that. It's irrelevant. You can use
Are you
better
sure
lighting
about that?
techniques.
Guys, watch
Kiss
this.
it.
Okay.
Some fight.
They are really
Put on
good
it.
at blue in the hair.
No, it's the lighting. Ooh.
Oh yeah, this was back when Mortal Kombat 9 was the only MK game for a while.
Neither of us have reached our full potential.
Oh.
I kind of don't like Ryu's voice in this.
It's the voice they
Family
use in the
Album
game.
series.
It's recycled voice clips from Street Fighter 4 and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's Kyle
Yeah, I
Berry's
didn't
voice.
like-
I'm
I
not a
didn't
fan
like
of that
Ryu's
one.
voice in Street Fighter 4, so that explains it.
I like his voice in 4.
It's okay, but I much prefer Alpha.
Oh, he broke the sword!
Or the Street Fighter 2 animated movies.
Oh! Brutal.
Kyle Bear is still my Ryu.
Oh yeah.
Funnily enough, he was the only VA not to be recasted for 6.
Not-
Yeah,
not
it's,
to be
I
re-
find that kind of weird. He didn't get recast
not
for.
to reprise
Ooh.
the 6, you mean?
I mean, yeah, he didn't get recasted for 6. Everyone else got recasted.
Okay, that means something completely different to how you're using it. Recast means...
I meant my brain went derped. Oh.
Now we have the power of nothingness.
I don't think nothing is happening.
Was he in Street Fighter 6?
No, what he's saying. Okay, so the guy he mentioned, he was in Street Fighter 2, the anime movie, Street Fighter Alpha, the animation, and Street Fighter 2. Anything beyond that, he was never recast.
Yeah.
I walk a path with no end.
You got a little something there on your back, buddy.
Yeah!
Oh, that's stupid.
I love it! Let's go!
And then Ryu just stands there.
Nah, he was already weakened.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be faster than that.
Yeah.
He was already leaking.
No.
Are you kidding me? Yes!
What is leaking, man?
Weakened.
You said
my brain.
leaking.
I said weakened.
Okay, MK10 was back then.
Perfect way to permanently end Scorpion, the soul-killing raging demon. But he can avoid the instant murder move.
Someone's echoing again.
Gizmo.
Not to mention Ryu has very little experience actually using the Raging Demon anyway. But most importantly, Scorpion's strength increases the longer he remains in the Netherrealm, with no defined limit. Once trapped in hell with
why did
Scorpion,
they go
Ryu stood
down?
little chance in the
Because Scorpion could take him down there.
No, so they.
Yes.
Now here's the thing.
No, the thing is, Scorpion could literally go there anytime he wanted to.
Yeah, he could take him there anytime he wanted. That's an ability he has.
They gambited Scorpion's victory on a very specific set of
he could do it anytime he wants. No, he can do it anytime he wants.
I know that, but here's the thing.
That's not a specific circumstance.
It is.
No, it isn't, because he could do that anytime he wants.
Activate at a specific time. It's not like it has. It's not like, oh, you can only become a werewolf if the moon is full.
No, Gizmo.
Kind of thing.
My point is My point is just because that is a possibility. Doesn't necessarily. That's pretty much the only way Scorpion was going to be able to take the win on this one.
Yeah, because he can do that regardless.
It's not a high possibility, low possibility powers, man.
Circumstance.
It's not a power that's left up to chance. He literally has done that many times before.
No, Gizmo, you're not understanding.
No, I get what you're saying, but it's not. It doesn't make sense what you're trying to do. Say as a rebuttal, it's not a high chance move. It's one thing if it was like, oh, if I have like a magic set of dice, it can only give me certain powers and effects if it hits certain numbers. Now that would make sense because those are situational, where it's like I can only get super strength if it hits 6. I can only get laser vision if it hits snake eyes. I can only become invisible if it hits 13.
Look,
that kind of thing. But this is a power that Scorpion has always had from the beginning.
I know that.
So then, why do you keep making a rebuttal as if this is a random chance kind of thing?
So I'm not saying it is a random chance.
Let me go ahead and say what I was gonna say, because I think we're kind of talking past each other. I think we need to bring up the bigger problem of Ryu just fucking standing there and taking it at the end.
He was already weakened.
No. Weakened Ryu is still pretty damn strong. And pretty damn fast.
Dramatic effect. You know how Death Battle is.
Yeah, and that's a big problem with Death Battle.
I don't see the problem with it at all. It was a great fake out. It comes out of nowhere. Ryu's in shock. He's weakened. And of course, he's taken down. I thought it made sense.
This makes more sense for him to be paralyzed in shock, considering. Think about it. Street Fighter is shares some universes with stuff like Final Fight. They've fought guys like cyborgs, guys coming back from the dead, dictators, like guys that turn into monster men. When was the last time either of them, not counting crossover events? When was the last time any of them have fought something like a living skeleton? That would shock anybody from the Street Fighter universe. Zangief, Ryu, Ken, Sakura, and Bison, maybe a little bit, 1% shock. That would surprise anybody.
Well, it's more of a surprise because he disintegrates Scorpion. Like, he should have been dead. He just moves like, I'm going to crush you. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like he's a pure skeleton. That would surprise almost anybody in the Street Fighter 2, and the Street Fighter universe.
I agree with Gizmo.
Yeah,
He
you
makes
gotta
the
keep
point
in
better than I
mind, like
can.
if this was the Darkstalkers universe, then okay, yeah, then like John Talbane, Morgan, they have no excuse to be shocked. But like
Yeah, I would call
Ryu,
bullshit on that.
Akuma, not
Dan.
Akuma, maybe not Akuma, maybe a little bit of like okay, that's a thing. But like Ryu, Ken, Sakura, Sean, Chun-Li, Guile, they're not used to fighting skeletons. They're not used to fighting people like Scorpion. That's why I kind of buy why he would be in shock and be like, duh.
It's like, what the fuck, Dead?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Alex, we should probably get on to the rankings. So, Alex, you go first. Alex?
Oh, he did.
Alex! All right, Kevin, you go then. Where'd they go? We scared them off. It's
Hi,
just us.
Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. I thought you guys.
No,
were
you're good.
talking
That's an
longer than
excuse.
Wait! Are you serious? Like, we were explaining why it made sense and you weren't even here.
I
And
have
neither of us
Bluetooth
cared.
headphones.
Oh, you're still listening. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yes, I've told you this before.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this is this. I'm gonna put it at the bottom pretty damn good, I guess, because
Fair enough.
it's all right. There's some cool shit going on. I fucking hate it when they pause at the end of battles, but the rest of the choreography was really great.
So you're not a fan of the dramatic, like, pause, like, shock effect kind of thing?
No, I hate that kind of thing. I hate it in everything it's present in, even in stuff like that I like Power Rangers. I hate it when it's in that. Hate it when it's in Kamen Rider, or whenever somebody subverts that. That's great. I love it when that happens. I love it when we don't have to deal with that shit. And otherwise, like, I don't necessarily feel like him losing was a bad thing. I just feel like there's the ending left a little bit to be desired, you know?
Yeah. That's fair. Alright, Kevin, where would you put it?
I just put it in. It was fine.
Fair enough. For me, I'm gonna start my timer. It's gonna be controversial, but I would put it under It's Time for a Death Battle under Doctor Doom, personally. I really do love this episode. The analysis is great. It has some genuinely great jokes. It goes over the characters and their stories really well. Shows off the abilities that they actually do use in the fight. The fight itself, I would call not the definite, but one of the definite fighting game episodes. It has a great back and forth. The sprites are really good. Scorpions especially. Again, made by the guy who made Capcom vs. the World. Look him up. He has some original games and he does some great sprite animation. But that's beside the point. I love the setting. Like when they're on the mountaintop, they get then go to hell and they do like all that big back and forth. I can't put into words, honestly. I do really enjoy this. It's something like out of a video game, if that makes, like out of a fighting game that you could witness, and it's great. And as much as I can see why someone doesn't like the ending, I personally love it because it's such a great fake out. Because like Ryu does his last quote, "You think it's over," and then the skeleton just fucking twitch. That's fucking creepy on a whole other level. And he's like, "I'm gonna crush you." It's great. I personally really like that. Again, no, I can see why someone wouldn't personally, but again, I do think that was really cool. The result is correct, which is always good for a Death Battle episode. It makes sense. And I'll put Time for a Death Battle under Doctor. No, not under. Right above Dr. Eggman. I'll put it right above there. So yeah, Gizmo, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
I'd say if man, I feel like they should have waited a bit for Scorpion versus Ryu. Well, actually, I'm conflicted. I'm really conflicted on this episode, like, because I'm so fucking glad that they didn't use another wanky digitized sprite for another fucking Mortal Kombat episode. And they actually found a custom sprite for Scorpion. Like, holy shit.
Yep. One of the best.
Yeah, but I'm a little there's as much as I love the matchup and as much as I love that they finally did this years ago, I'm still a little iffy on this episode. The action was fine, the dialogue was fine, but they could have stuck with here's my thing. That I'm not a big fan of them using Third Strike or any of the Street Fighter 3 sprites. Excuse me. That much. I get they animate really well, but for something like Death Battle, I feel like it has to depend on who they're fighting against. Like King of Fighters, and if they have a King of Fighters character up against a Street Fighter character, then okay, yeah, Third Strike sprite might make sense. But Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, you might as well be using either the 2 or the Alpha sprites, because other than that, the Third Strike sprite kind of looks out of place.
Mm-hmm.
The music was really great. Him switching from Evil Ryu onto the power of nothingness was really weird, because that power is still very, very, very vague in Street Fighter. They still haven't really given much explanation on how that works. I like that kind of thing where it's it left up to the imagination, but this is a fighting game.
Your timer ran out, Gizmo.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
I killed the timer. I strangle it.
No.
But
where would you put it?
I mean, this is still a good episode, but I still wouldn't put it on the top 3. If anything, I would say it's on the bottom of pretty damn good. Right at the bottom.
All right. I guess the vote goes to the bottom, since Alex also said you said the bottom too. Pretty damn good, right?
Yeah, pretty damn good.
I was talking to Alex.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
him.
All right, so it defaults there. We can.
Yeah, at worst I'll put it on top of it was fine, but that ranking is pretty still pretty good.
Morality.
What we gotta get? What we gotta get?
Show us a lesson. We should learn.
Baby, yes! One of my favorite episodes. Let's
Oh,
go.
goody. We got the kaiju fight.
Oh, one of the only.
A little
One of the
janky, but
few-
it's a pretty good one.
It's janky, but I saw this live at SGC. What a story!
They need to make more of these episodes playable in theaters, man.
All right.
Meanwhile, Ben's mind is consistently being blown to bits.
Oh, I love it. I love this.
because
I
of
saw
how
this.
easily impressed he is.
No, I saw this episode at SGC. It was the first SGC I went to. It was amazing. I'm actually the guy who archived the SGC footage, because little known fact, when they were going to do this episode
Why
or
does
show it off.
Godzilla look like he's about to choke Gamera?
Okay.
Fun fact, let me deflect for a second. Well, fun fact, we almost got a legit Godzilla versus Gamera movie.
That
Wanna know what
would've
happened?
been neat.
The guys who owned Gamera went to Toho with a proposal to do Godzilla vs. Gamera, and they were willing to offer to give the rights to them for cheap to make the movie, and Toho said no. And it never happened. Of course, fun's bad. Anyway, so
this is another battle where we have the composite traits of Godzilla.
it's composite. It's composites of all versions of Gamera and all versions of Godzilla.
Yeah, that's because there's nothing really that different except for maybe appearance wise and appearance in movies.
The only really
about,
different
Legendary
versions.
Goji? 'Cause
I would
that's
he's similar to a lot of the versions, but the biggest different versions are the one from King Gamera Attack, where Godzilla is like this essence of spirits, and Shin Godzilla, who in the
I love
alternate
that.
ending for Shin Godzilla became God.
Couldn't you have picked up some other country?
Yes.
I still love that quote.
But yeah, at SGC,
Godzilla
when I,
sometimes is written as a good guy, other times he's written as, well, or I am a giant monster, I will destroy you.
oh yeah, that's the movie I was talking about, the Spirit Godzilla. That movie was batshit insane.
We need to destroy the monsters melee with online play now.
Yes. Oh, look at that! When I was in
Drop kick.
SGC, everyone
Yes.
cheered at that. Everyone cheered. It was amazing.
I love that.
All we need is legendary Goji to do that, and then we'll be good. Which, by the way, yes, Goji in Godzilla vs. Kong has done judo, so therefore, or the gravity-defying dropkick is the next logical step.
Yes, we need
Funny
this.
thing, James Rolfe actually did a marathon of Godzilla reviews for like a whole month, and the new suit with the big eyes, he compared it to Cookie Monster.
Oh wow,
That's
I
funny.
mean,
Here's a fun fact.
The
Here's
Godzilla suit does look adorable.
Here's
Not
a
that
fun
one.
fact. James Rolfe was offered a cameo in Godzilla vs. Kong.
That would have been awesome.
He was going to do it, but unfortunately the date of filming was around the time his wife was probably going to give birth, so he declined.
Godzilla, who got effortlessly.
Yeah, look at that. I love this.
They
That's so
licensed the
mean.
damn thing just to kill it off. I love that.
That is just some new level of spite. But yeah, James Rolfe, he's base. I wish he appeared in Godzilla vs. Kong, but kudos to him for picking his family over the movie. Like that earns my respect.
It only took a few blasts to obliterate the more powerful.
But yeah,
At the same
I was at
time-
Space
Yep.
Godzilla.
Oh, Space Godzilla.
Yes, Space
Space
Godzilla's a
Godzilla,
thing.
yes.
Going on.
That was my first time ever seeing Space Godzilla. I'm like, huh?
Being vulnerable to man-made electricity, he possesses magnetic properties.
Of course.
Like a lightning rod, he can attract thunderbolts from the sky and use nature's power to enhance his own abilities, or turn himself into a giant living magnet.
Of course.
Magnets. How do they
Anyways,
work?
to tell my story, I was at
Just
SGC,
what I'm
right?
talking
And they were,
about.
That Godzilla can do.
I was at SGC, so they were going to
Oh,
show the
here we
episode,
go.
but the footage.
And does this.
Oh my god! Wait. Oh god.
That's an actual move you can do and Godzilla destroy all
Godzilla can
monsters.
technically fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He can fly. Look at him go! Look at him go!
Creative?
Wait, can that even happen?
Scaling to the present.
I love how they do the map here.
It's an actual move you can do in one of the Godzilla fighting games. A funny thing.
Yes, he does. Same with the drop kick. The there's a game,
The tail
Giga
drop
Bash.
kick.
You could look up Giga Bash. That has Godzilla. Amazing game.
Largely due to his insane durability.
I love the suit Godzilla movies, man.
Yes,
Match
Godzilla
for
is-
strength. I love
Yes,
how they
Godzilla
mentioned
is
that.
chaotically as strong as Thor.
Yes. The Marvel Comics crossover was awesome.
His speed is lacking.
And you want to know what the worst part is? Since Beast Boy can turn into Godzilla,
Oh god.
yeah.
Where were you
God.
on that one?
Okay, well,
Yeah, you know what.
Lost a fight against
Eat your vegetables.
I do like how they pointed out Kong was technically the victor in that movie.
And yet Kong took the massive L in Godzilla vs. Kong.
It was Godzilla's revenge. That movie was so good, though. I wish we would get the director's cut, though.
The year was
So, okay, I want to finally tell my story. So, at SGC, let me tell my story, damn it. Okay, so at SGC, they were going to show the episode, but there was an issue. The part for the analysis and result got corrupted. So what they had to do is they got the fight animation, and they decided to do the analysis and result live for everyone. It was awesome. And so you essentially had Ben Singer and Chad playing Boomstick on stage, doing the analysis and such. It was awesome. And they had like PowerPoint too.
another giant destructive monster, of course.
Yeah, this makes sense. Oh, we have giant monster problem. Let's get
Fire
another
your
giant
fire.
monster.
Enter Gamera.
That's like saying I have too many dogs. I'll get this one dog to fix it.
Friend to all children. That's a terrible title. How about Gamera, the flying, fire-breathing ninja turtle of doom?
Yeah.
That's actually not far
Okay, I'll be right
off.
back. I'm gonna go to the
For a
bathroom.
260-foot, 10,000-ton turtle, Gamera
Oh
is quite
god.
And he sticks it! His arsenal includes 2 huge tusks, twin elbow spikes, and a fire breath so strong it can be used underwater, despite being, you know, fire.
Technically, it's highly concentrated plasma, the fourth state of matter. The hottest plasma ever created by man exceeded 3.6 million degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than the surface of the sun.
Yep.
Gamera's fireballs can burn through practically
Aren't there flashlights that have shit like that now?
Yes,
there is a
It's true.
flashlight
A
that
fiery
actually
four-course
requires a
meal can
fan to
quickly heal
cool
and
it. It's so
re-energize.
bright.
fuck.
Naturally, as a giant turtle
Gamera
monster,
be all
he can
like-
retract his
like-
limbs and head into his shell
I'm like,
for
I'm
excellent
gonna
defense.
destroy the buildings except for all the ones that have kids in them, because I'm that
Fire
good.
rocket jets
Yeah,
out
the
of
guys who
hole
make the
and freaking
Gamera
fly.
movies apparently
What
were
the
not
fuck
very
is this?
happy
And
about
why can't my
them
turtle
showing
do
up
that?
on MST3K.
Someday, Mr. Snappy.
That's why we've
What?
never gotten the MST.
Okay, I'm back.
That's why we've unfortunately never been able to get the MST3K of Gamera officially.
Gamera can fly
Pussies.
Mach 3 over 20.
Fucking Japan, man.
That's fast.
They
Apparently
also made
they-
a couple of
Building
Godzilla films, and Toho fucking
But how the
hated
hell
that they
does he
made
know where
fun of
he's going?
those.
And more importantly,
Oh,
how
boo.
does
Yeah,
he
Boo.
oh, calm your
The
titties.
Atlanteans
Never mind the
built
fact that a
Gamera
lot of
using
people were
mana,
introduced
an
to
ethereal
both
energy
good
force
and bad
connecting all
movies through
things, places,
MST3K.
and people.
Yeah.
Can we hang on? Can we talk about how the Gamera trilogy in the 90s are some of the best
Oh, hi,
films ever made?
Dreamcast.
But
I love
Yeah.
it. I have a Dreamcast.
Yes,
Me
me
too.
too.
And they're from the best series of films Gamera will ever have. Seriously, have you guys seen the 90s films?
No.
You haven't seen? Oh my god, they're some of the
I have one
greatest
Gamera
monster
film
movies
on
ever.
DVD.
I have never seen
need
a
to
single
watch-
Gamera movie.
Oh my god, watch the trilogy from the 90s. They are legitimately some of the greatest films ever made.
Knuckle. Wait a minute.
There he goes.
Fuck yeah.
It's the same guy that made King Gamera Destroy All Monsters, or I don't know the title of that movie.
King Ghidorah, Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Destroy All Monsters.
That's it. Thank you, Kevin. Look at that. Those movies were fucking awesome.
Which, by the way, that movie had King Ghidorah be a good guy.
Blew up a Star Destroyer, no joke. Okay, I believe you.
As Sendai is about 152 miles across, this explosion must have yielded nearly 100.
I miss practical effects. I wish they would use them more.
I love seeing miniatures like that just explode.
Oh, you'll love the trilogy. There's a lot
And
of
he's not
that.
just determined, he's actually quite brilliant. He tactically seeks to exploit enemy weaknesses. And
By the
is
way,
apparently
Force
smart enough
Shark.
to repair an alien space
Look at him. Look how happy he is.
But despite his intelligence, he
That
is
worked
not
somehow.
infallible. Gamera's supposedly
It's
impenetrable
He-Man
defenses
again,
have been pierced
but
before.
turtle form.
And remember, Gamera is explicitly the guardian of Earth, which does not necessarily include humanity.
True.
In fact, Gamera fears mankind may one day become the Earth's greatest enemy.
Yep.
I knew he sounded too good to be true. He's a hippie turtle.
Yep.
And yet, Gamera has a strange
Fucking-
Oh
fondness
god,
for
the
children.
green screen.
It's back, Alex.
Gamera,
It's back.
Gamera. He will bring kids to his man.
No!
Touch them like no other can. Please don't tell on Gamera.
Can we please not paint the
Actually, he
Ain't the
sacrificed
protector
his
of all
life to save
children.
on multiple occasions. Even used his
And
multiple
at-
self-destruct move all
is,
for the safety of
as a
Based.
pedophile?
children.
Oh,
Can we please not do that?
Yes. No. maybe.
That is,
maybe.
that is cringe.
All right, the
That was
combatants
pure
are
cringe.
All right,
Let's
here
end
goes
this
one of
debate
my-
once
one of-
and for all.
Oh, I love this episode. Here we go.
Cringe.
Oh no, it's oh no.
This was
Cringe.
Torian's. This was Torian's second episode, I believe. It's the same city from Deadpool versus Deathstroke.
And RoboCop vs. Terminator.
Yep. This is the second episode he ever did for Death Battle. It's Godzilla.
Oh, what a
Godzilla.
strange model they chose for Godzilla in this
I don't know
episode.
which model is that from. I'm trying to remember. I think it's from Unleashed, but I could be mistaken.
They could have. I'm not even sure if they could have used Legendary's model.
No, Legendary didn't have a model by that
Was the
point.
PS4 game out at that point?
No, it wasn't.
God, the PS4 game was awful.
I love
Lick
that
mine.
game. Shut up.
I tried to talk you out of. God damn it, Goji! When did you get giant fucking arms like that?
He's got man arms.
Fun fact: the Godzilla PS4 game is still being supported.
You got.
Yeah, it's weird.
Did they crossbreed this one with fucking Slender Man?
Perhaps they did.
I'm coming for you, motherfucker! Here I come!
I'm gonna get shit.
Oh, that's a lot of dead people. There's a lot of people in that building.
Reminder: Gamera only cares for the little ones. He does not care for the adults.
Godzilla picks up the school and Gamera was like, "Bitch, you do not."
I'm really surprised there hasn't been another Godzilla episode. Like we had like Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla, but that's
we had Mechagodzilla, but that's not Godzilla. I'm talking like OG Godzilla versus someone else.
Look at him go! Oh!
You know, it's weird hearing the old Godzilla roar in King of the Monsters.
It was awesome.
Oh, so
good. Just because I was so used to like the legendary Goji having his own unique roar. Oh, here we go.
Here he's doing the thing. He's doing the drop kick. It's amazing. He's like, Gamera's like, I don't know how to react to this.
Well, how would anybody know how to react to that?
I don't know. It's like, how are you doing that?
It's like a Catty Cara sketch. That shit is.
Godzilla will be like, what?
What the
hey,
fuck?
It's a Beyblade.
What is that? What is he doing?
It's
what?
Beyblade.
He's so confused.
Beyblade.
He's like, ah, you little shit.
Let's Beyblade. Oh, let's not Beyblade then. Goddamn.
Oh, this is my favorite part of the fight. Here we go. I'm taking you up into space.
Godzilla can breathe in space.
I'm taking you for a ride.
Ken Gamera.
He's like, how dare you? Gravity does not control me. I control gravity.
They're not careful.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna bring you down to Earth.
I'm gonna bring you down to Earth.
Yes. Oh, it's so badass. I remember so many people screaming during this.
Hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
Unbeatable. I'm hanging on to the other side. Ooh. Oh my god. I'm joking.
Godzilla will be like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Okay, I know.
Open fire!
Black Canary did.
I'll do something useful.
He's doing what Black Canary did.
Yeah, that's a good point. Black Canary. Well, Black Canary did what Godzilla did, technically.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, damn.
Ooh. It's not gonna work again.
Kissing.
Oh!
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 Damn!
Yeah!
Tell them to stop kissing, Alex. So to be fair.
Okay then. Why is your water bad, CG?
Yeah, the environment in this battle did not age well at all.
It did, but I love it.
Share your energy with me.
I'm a fire in my laser.
Kame! Kame!
Oh, there goes the city again.
Oh no, Godzilla is.
Oh, Godzilla lost.
110%
Oh,
dead.
poor Godzilla.
Come here.
Oh, I remember so many people cheering in the SGC room. It was so awesome. Oh, he picks him up. He's like, I had enough of you, you little shit.
Oh, he's trying to blow up.
Oh!
Fuck
Turtle
yeah.
soup. Turtle soup.
Yes!
Turtle soup.
Look at him go!
Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
Yeah, I died on turtle soup.
Oh, a lot of kids are gonna be a lot of Japanese kids are gonna be sad.
Tell the Shredder he can get his own bowl.
Gamera may have held the speed advantage, but Godzilla's sheer size and power won this bout.
He's
I finally eat turtle soup.
Gamera tanked a city-busting nuke and almost
It's
died.
chewy.
Godzilla tanked a similar explosion from a meteorite and didn't even flinch.
Gamera's shell was once pierced
Fuck.
by Virus, a physically weaker foe. There's no doubt Godzilla could overpower this giant turtle.
Yep.
Hell, he's strong enough to match goddamn Thor. And since
Yep.
Godzilla's atomic breath is composed
Oh,
of
God.
radiation,
The eyes
not
on that
fire,
era of
Gamera
Godzilla.
could not feed off of it.
But most importantly, Gamera has a history of winning through retreating. He
Yep,
usually
that's
turns
true.
around to
Stone Boy
analyze
from the
his
Legion of
foe and
Superheroes?
another to win the
God.
day. On
Which
paper,
character?
this sounds like
Are
a
you-
smart
Stone
idea.
Boy.
Stone Boy, is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Nope, Stone Boy.
Oh, I
Oh,
saw him.
Stone Boy.
Oh, I saw him on Legion of
Shell.
Superheroes, the
The
show.
winner is
Yeah,
The winner is
weakest
TJ
monster-
Storm.
the monster
Alright.
that penetrated Gamera's shell reminds me of Stone Boy because he's literally just used for one thing.
All right, let's hang on. Alex, let's start this. Start timer for you.
Okay, so let me fade away from the microphone as I pull up the.
It is right next to Pokemon, the Pokemon Battle Royale, and Kirby versus Boo.
I got it. Okay, I'm gonna put this in a worthy death. I'm going to put this. Actually, you know what? It's time for a death battle, and
Yes!
Right.
I'm gonna put this above Goose versus Spiky Hair.
Hey, let's look at the tier list. Where would you put it on this one?
Above Goose versus Spiky Hair. Actually, no.
Waterfowl versus Daddy Issues.
I was confused what you meant for a second, and I realized, oh, it was the geese one.
No way, they both have daddy issues.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, put it above Geese versus Heihachi.
I guess I have to, but I wouldn't put it above that on my list because I have like, I have the Mask and Deadpool and I have a bunch of stuff higher on this list. But fuck it, I guess we have to.
I mean, I'm gonna give my opinion. Let me start the timer for myself. I'm just putting it on my tier list. I have to really think about it. It's time for a death battle, but I don't know if I'll put it above Heihachi. Maybe above Zigma episode or Scrooge McDuck. I don't know though. I feel like it deserves to get a few notches down because the animation. I mean, it is Torian's second episode, but it is dated. But it's dated in a really charming but fucking epic kind of way, and it's not. It's also not short. It's pretty decently long, and there's just a lot of cool shit. The third act is really what puts it in here, honestly. The third act is fucking amazing. It's just grand, it's spectacular, and that final kill, brilliant. One of the best fake outs in the series. I would say better than Ryu vs. Scorpion now I look back on it. But, like, I don't know if I can put it up that high. Like, I could justify it putting it above Sigma, but not above Heihachi. I don't know. It really could go anywhere between that one.
In that case, Ben, you are predictable.
I am predictable once again. But yes, on my tier list, I have it above Ken versus Terry, which is also in the same ranking. But you know, I do genuinely love this episode. I'm glad you guys see why it's so good as well. Let me just move it up there. But yeah, Gizmo, go in 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, actually, Kevin, no wait, you already said where you wanted to put. Gizmo, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, it's time for a death battle. Actually, I'm gonna be fair to it. That's a little too much. I'd say I'm right below Astro Boy versus Mega Man, worthy death.
Fair enough.
Very I feel if the effects were any better, and I mean any better, like even like 5% better, I would put it up on It's Time for a Death Battle. Maybe if the effects were better, I would put it right below Lex versus Doom. But because they look, they did their best. Obviously, the analysis was great. It was cool. how they went back to almost every fucking movie, including the bad American Godzilla film. But I'm not gonna say they did a shit job. What I can say is because it's in Worthy Dead somewhere on the top, they did the best they could, and it really does show. Especially since Torian was still doing motion capture.
I don't know if he did motion capture for this episode.
Well, if Torian's involved in it, he's pretty much going to be doing motion capture. And
I think that was a bit later in Death Battle, like at least later in season 2, starting with I think Iron Man's episode. Again, I could be mistaken.
Well, if it's not if there was no motion capture, it kind of looked like it. But even then, I feel like they could have done a better job with the animation wise. Like there were some parts where it looked like Godzilla's wrists were like bending in like 5 angles. Like Gamera looked like he was being controlled by a popsicle stick, a few pieces of chewed up gum, and an amiibo. But like I said, if it was like anywhere like 5% better with the animation, I would have put it in It's Time for a Death Battle. But being fair, I would put it in It's a Worthy Death right below Mega Man versus Astro Boy.
Fair enough. All right. So we got 2 votes for above Hayachi. We got 1 vote for. I'm gonna put my vote above McGruff, and 1 vote for under Mega Man. So where would that be in the middle? Would that be right here ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So before I spin the wheel, I need to make a quick errand to a store. So I'm gonna spin the wheel, and I'm gonna have you guys watch it without me if it's long enough. If it's one of the short episodes, I'm gonna spin it again. It's just
Well, that'll be a first for the show.
It would be. So again, I do need to make this errand before 9. So I'm gonna spin it. Let's see what we get. I hope I don't miss a good one.
What are you doing? Buying Oreos and Pop Rocks, bro?
Spin again! No! Spin again! Woo!
Oh, damn it. I thought it was on Balrog versus DJ for a second.
Oh, I would have been so sad if I missed that. No! You get to watch one of my favorite fucking episodes! I hate all of you. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll start this episode for you, and I'll run out. Oh, that stings. That stings. So hard. All right.
Our cookies.
So, all right. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's season 1. All right. So here it is. So I'll start it in a few seconds. I just need to not disconnect, but like mute myself and such. So I'll be back in like 20-25 minutes. So enjoy this episode, talk about it, and I'll give my thoughts when I come back. Oh, so good luck, guys.
Don't tell me what to goddamn do.
Bitch, don't tell me what to do!
All these squares make the circle. All these squares make the circle.
Of Star Wars fame.
And King Mickey, His Highness of Disney Castle from Kingdom Hearts.
These two have proven time and time again that size matters not.
But let's see which of these tiny titans can swing their way to victory in a one-on-one duel. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This was animated by Devil Artemis's team.
A long time ago,
shows
in a galaxy far,
it's a
far
shadow.
away, a Jedi there was. Master he
Sadly,
is.
there's no
Yoda,
Cell or
his
Kermit
name.
watching in the
You're not gonna
background.
keep doing that, are you?
Tell me what to do. You cannot.
Okay, the mysterious Grand Master
You're so
Yoda
cute.
devoted his life to the ways of the Force and to leading the Jedi Order, a group of noble peacekeepers.
Yeah,
They took
Sakura.
it upon themselves to maintain a state of tranquility in the galaxy.
Don't be fooled.
Ahsoka's gotten way too much exposure.
Samurai. Jedi consistently
I'm using
take
these tendrils as handles on them.
Exposure for my
and they've been
taste.
doing it for centuries,
Huh?
way before the start of the Galactic Republic.
At which point, the Jedi became much more entangled in, let's
It
just
doesn't
say,
get nearly enough
government
exposure
affairs.
for my
Oh,
taste.
sure, that's what the space wizards
Well,
are missing.
then clearly,
Politics.
The
you
Jedi
need-
Council began
well,
weighing
then
in on various matters
clearly
to
she
both
would need
protect
to be
democracy
in
and avoid
everything.
violent conflicts.
And for you to
Except they kinda
understand
screwed
how
the
much
porg on that front.
how much is
Cut!
too much.
Cut!
It wasn't just
Cut!
a fantastic series by
Cut!
George Lucas and Dave Filoni.
Cut
It was
what?
also an awesome miniseries by Genndy Tartakovsky.
And it was a horrific war that wiped out the Jedi, erased the
Oh.
Republic, and saw the rise of the
What a
Empire.
waste.
Sure, that too. Spoilers, man.
As the Jedi Grandmaster,
Still the female
Yoda
Jedi.
the Grand Army of the Republic.
Can we get some
a
slave it?
military
Nah, we
force
gotta kill her.
I love
Okay.
Yoda
comprised of
riding the
clones,
fucking horse.
AKA disposable people.
Man, that gets really messed up if you think about it too long.
Okay.
So I won't.
Despite
we
his
don't
small,
need to
frail
talk
appearance,
about the Clone
Yoda
Wars
could
this much.
absolutely hold his own in combat. In fact, he's considered one of the most powerful Jedi of his era.
He's trained all the greats like Obi-Wan, Mace Windu, and even Liam Neeson.
Motherfucker.
Where do you think he got that particular set of skills from?
He also
All
trained
of Yoda's
Count
900
Dooku.
years of experience certainly came in handy,
Who was
like when he battled
Qui-Gon's
Count
master,
Dooku
fun
and Darth
fact.
Sidious, two
Yep.
of the
Little
most
thing George
powerful
Lucas
Sith lords
left out
ever
of the
known.
fucking
Both
movies.
Jedi and Sith
Why are
usually
you
come with the
using
standard
episode
issue
9
lightsaber,
footage?
A badass weapon for a
Oh,
more
look.
badass age. They're pretty versatile too. with
Well,
7
Alex,
different
Yoda
forms of
gets to
combat
fight
styles.
in
And don't think
the
Yoda's
most
gonna
boring
miss out
of
on
the
all that
prequel
laser
films.
sword swinging. He's mastered all 7 styles, even though he's only 2 feet
Yes.
high. Hell,
Yes.
most lightsabers are taller than he is.
The best
Which is
Star
why he
Wars movie.
specializes in the fourth
No, it's
form,
not.
Ataru. This
You're
style focuses
shitposting.
on utilizing the Force
I'm
to increase a
actually
Jedi's
not.
capabilities,
No, you
allowing
are.
them to attack at blurring speeds with incredible
Oh, hell yeah.
precision.
Oh, I
Basically,
need to
he
see
can
this
flip-flop
animation
around
now.
like a ninja frog. Wait,
Like, it
is
was
he
good
great
on
in
YouTube.
episode 2,
This
and it
does
was even
still
better
mean Yoda
there.
has a sort of handicap in physical
Palpatine,
combat,
why did your
as
face
his stature
pixelize
requires
there?
him to use the Force far more than most opponents just to keep up.
Love that.
While the Force is beyond the body and seemingly infinite, too much effort all at once can put a strain
Hi,
on a
Grogu.
person and even kill them.
No!
However,
Cut!
Yoda is truly
Fuck
a
off!
master of the Force, potentially more
Yeah,
so
for
than any
real?
other Jedi.
Don't you use the
He has
sequel
moved
trilogy?
with his mind and
What
lifted
sequel
hundreds of
trilogy?
droids
There's no
at
sequel
once.
He
trilogy.
can also use mind tricks, illusions, and a technique called Tuna Minus. That's when
there's
Jedi
that thing.
block or catch and redirect energy, like lightning, blaster bolts, or even other lightsabers.
It's safe to say that Yoda greatly prefers using the Force in combat over his Jedi weapon.
Wiz, if I ever get one of those laser swords and toss it away, you totally have permission to kill me.
Interesting.
Awesome!
Dummy, just let me see your hand.
My hand? Ow!
Okay, now place your finger there.
No? Marshall would never make me do something like this.
Marshall? Who's Marshall?
Huh? Oh, the DBX Ringmaster guy. That's his real name. We were roommates in college. He's helping me track down my dad, because he's my best bud.
Oh, best bud, huh?
No.
What the hell was that?
Finally, I won't be the only one.
Wait, what just happened?
Anyway, the Force is capable of much
I'm
more
not
than a
a fan of them
lightsaber.
being,
Kid
like,
Duron, a Jedi whose potential
secret
has been
buddy
compared
with
to
each other.
Yoda, utilized it to move a gravity well generated
I actually
void,
prefer them being
basically
frenemies.
a black hole created by a ship, to strike the right
Frenemies.
balance of pressure in order to move a singularity.
You know, willing to work with each other, but not willing to hang out with each other, that kind of thing.
Tons of TNT.
Jedi are also super fast. They've blocked blaster bolts, of course, but they can also keep up with droids.
See,
TIE
Gendy
fighters, and
Tartakovsky's
Magna
show
Guards,
is one of the
which both
few
are
that
clearly
can
stated to
actually
have near light-speed
convey
reflexes.
the
Holy crap,
speed
who's
and
building
velocity
these things?
of
Furthermore, Jedi
Oh,
can use the Force
Star
to
Wars?
glimpse into the distant future through meditation. They can even allow the Force to guide their movements and predict danger in advance. Needless to say, all of these incredible feats
Oh, yeah.
would be impossible
Fuck yeah.
without the Force.
But with powers like that and a dash of
He
political
didn't
meddling,
best
it was
Sidious.
only a matter of time before these peacekeepers became soldiers, even generals.
In a surprising move, Yoda actually chose to engage the rising separatist threat with an army of his own, personally kicking off the Clone Wars himself.
Too bad it was, as the fishman says, a trap.
The war took a sour
It's a
turn,
trap.
and the
He
demise
was
of the
one
Jedi
of the
became
few
all
who
but
were
assured. By the time they
both
put the
ready,
pieces
willing,
together,
and able.
it was too late. The
And
Order
he was the
fell into
Jedi
darkness.
Grandmaster.
Or like
after all.
brutally murdered into darkness. And you know, it's kind of their fault in a way. They were so committed to talking about peace, but at the same time, they're like really, really good at killing people.
Why do peacekeepers need to be so specifically trained in murder? So uncivilized.
You should
Well,
ask
get over
episode
yourself.
4
If
that.
you had a lightsaber, you'd want to use it as much as you could too.
Though the Jedi Order under Yoda did seem
You
somewhat
should also-
hypocritical,
you should
he
also
would come
ask
to
episode
realize
2 to
his
be a better
faults,
movie.
Like the Council's
I can't.
sanctimonious
It's literally
excuses
the
for
peak.
betraying students
No,
like
it's not.
Ahsoka when they
Again, you're shit posting.
Shit, episode 2 is okay. Episode 3 is the home run. All of you ass.
Episode 3 would be the worst thing Star Wars produced if it wasn't for
Haunted
the
by
sequel
his
trilogy.
mistakes.
Deep, sweaty, hairy,
You're
man-child
being
ass.
ridiculous.
Yoda went into self-imposed
Alex, you are
exile.
being utterly
He
I am
ridiculous.
not
gave up
being
his
ridiculous.
lightsaber,
That
and
movie is
finally, he
garbage.
would train one last
Don't make me
apprentice,
get you in
Luke
Minecraft.
Skywalker.
That last
Yoda
half
taught
of the
Luke
movie
everything
is
he
utter
could before
dog shit
finally
aside
becoming
from
No,
one
it's
with
not.
the Force,
lightsaber
gaining
fights.
immortality
No,
as
it
a
is
spooky blue
not.
spirit, just
Nope.
like Obi-Wan and Liam Neeson.
And Luke?
Lightsaber fight was badass. Lightsaber fight was badass against otherwise.
From Rags here. Why should you bother being a lot? No, cut!
In the end,
Fuck
Yoda's
you!
greatest lesson of all was that
What is that
oftentimes
shit
failure
you saw?
is our greatest
Okay,
teacher.
so I'm gonna borrow an argument from Rags here and point out that
Kingdom
even if
Hearts,
King
Kingdom
Mickey
Hearts,
strikes Yoda
stop.
down, Yoda
Disney's
can
OG
still come back
OC.
as a
You
ghost
know him as a
and
cute corporate
fucking
mascot that
kill
hangs
him
out with
with
other cute
lightning.
animals and lives a pretty normal domestic
So,
life.
no
But
matter
did you
how
know
bad
he's
it
also
is,
an
if they're
insanely
using
powerful
Disney
warrior
canon
mage
in Star
that fights
Wars,
darkness to save the
Yoda
Disney
wins.
universe
Alex,
alongside
your
a
voice
young
is
boy
echoing
and his
off of
good old duck
Gizmo.
and dog buddies. Not that dog, the other one.
Yours.
Yes, welcome to the
Yes.
world of Kingdom Hearts, a collection of worlds where Kingdom Hearts is the
We're going
heart
to be
of the
returning to
worlds
the
and the
world of
source of
Kingdom
ultimate
Hearts
wisdom
next
and power
week, aren't
across
we?
all kingdoms.
No, that's the week after.
Worlds.
You know, my
Oh,
favorite thing
we're
about
back to
Kingdom
Mario
Hearts is
Party
how
then.
straightforward it is.
Mario
My
Party,
favorite
and
part is
then
how
we're
it's
settling
ruled
it
by
in
that
Smash.
92-year-old mouse wizard.
Yep. Here he isn't just Mickey, he's King Mickey, the ruler of Disney Castle and the leader of the Guardians of Light, a group of Keyblade wielders who combat darkness.
King Mickey and the other Guardians, Sora, remember him, protect the worlds using magic and powerful weapons known as Keyblades.
Those things are the real deal. They can perform
well,
a whole bunch
I
of
guess
spells,
nobody liked
deflect
my
lasers,
joke.
and even unlock almost anything.
I didn't really see a
Their
joke.
keys. Mickey
Married
swung
to
a lot of
Minnie
keys
Mouse.
around,
I
but his
didn't know
current
that.
invest is his star cluster.
When
The
did that
king
happen? I
underwent
wasn't
rigorous
invited.
training as an apprentice to the great sorcerer Yen Sid. After some incidents,
By the way,
involving
fun
a few
fact,
too
did
many
you know
brooms,
that Yen
he
Sid's
eventually
name spelled
became a
backwards is
sorcerer
Disney?
and Keyblade master
They
himself.
made an
Yeah, we all know.
Basically like wands
They
that
made
can
an
channel the
entire
user's
movie
magic
out
for
of the
spells like
Sorcerer's
Pearl,
Apprentice
Mind Shield,
skit
and Faith Volley, which are all based
from,
on light energy magic.
He
Fantasia.
can also heal himself
But
and
Nicolas
others with
Cage,
Kiraga and healing light.
As
And
Yen
that's
Sid,
honestly still
aka
just
the man
tip of
whose
the
name
iceberg.
spelled
If
backwards
the
is
stops a
Disney.
spell, he
Disney,
can
yeah.
freeze
Yeah.
time for the length of an entire battle. Damn.
Next thing you're
Then
gonna tell
there's
us is
Mickey's most
Alucard's
powerful
name
and most
backwards is
legendary
Dracula.
spell,
I'm really
which is
disappointed
basically a
they
Gizmo,
made a
massive,
second
devastating
you don't
release of
understand
all
the
of
joke.
Mickey's light magic at once.
because I
The only
didn't-
downside is
Bam,
these
bam,
spells
bam,
do
bam.
require a
But I
lot of
liked
magic
it.
energy to use, which is also limited to Mickey's own energy. Also, he does need the Keyblade to channel it. There's not much the mouse can do without his Keyblade, except for be a cute and cuddly mascot.
Well, even if he does lose it, Mickey can immediately summon the Keyblade back to his hand.
Whoa, let me
So
try.
that's barely an inconvenience.
Boomstick, if you really want another beer, just go get one. Oh my god, it works!
No, it was just me.
Well, Keyblades can also be used to lock worlds and doors in order to keep out Heartless, which are corrupted beings split from the darkness of a person's heart with a desire
They
to
missed an
consume.
opportunity to make
Wait a
Riku's
second,
handsome
Wiz.
Keyblade
Pluto is a
usable.
dog, but so is Goofy.
Yep.
But Goofy gets to walk around and fight with Sora and Donald, and Pluto just eats and sleeps like a normal dog. This must mean that
my
Pluto
God.
is Goofy's Heartless.
Do you have a concussion?
Oh, always. On top of all of his advanced magic, Mickey's mega tough. When Heartless stack up, they can form a huge mass and take the shape of a giant twister.
And Mickey
called
was
the
able to
Demon
beat
Tower.
that mass.
And Mickey's tanked a couple beatings from him.
He's also survived this huge explosion
That's
from
not
when the
Heartless,
Keyblade
that's my
was
dick.
destroyed.
Yeah, it means the X-Blade. It's just pronounced like Keyblade, even though it's just one Keyblade. The series is so confusing.
Most
Yes, it
Keyblades
is.
are capable of equally incredible feats.
If only
Sora
Ben
can
were
slice
here to
through
explain
several
most of
buildings
this
with
to
his
us.
Keyblade, and Mickey's
But
rescued
no,
him on
he's
more than
not
one
here
occasion,
because he
which
had to leave
makes
us.
sense. He's the leader after all and can match any of them in power.
But Sora's no joke. He went up against Hercules, a demigod that launched a 1,600-ton rock titan into space. But that's nothing compared to his dad, Zeus. That guy can move stars, and not even he can compete with the foes that Mickey's tangling with.
The Guardians of Light and their Keyblades are immensely strong, but they also have great speed to match. Roxas's heart was able to move far above the speed of light in order to
I
travel
like
across
how they
galaxies,
have to go into
from the
all of
Radiant
the
Garden back to the
stupid
Keyblade graveyard
bullshit
in a
that is
matter
the
of
Kingdom
seconds.
Hearts lore.
What?
And
just
like
to
any great
explain how
ruler, Mickey's
powerful
also
Mickey
remained a
is.
constant pillar of hope for all, even during
And of
some
a
of the darkest
requirement.
times.
And with the help of his friends, the king was able to bring the darkness to an end and stop Xehanort, a Keyblade master hell-bent on getting the power of Kingdom Hearts.
While Sora battles Xehanort, Mickey and the rest of the Guardians finally close Kingdom Hearts for good, preventing the power from falling into the wrong hands.
That mouse had it all figured out. The real key to saving the world is your friends. If each one of them also has a super powerful magic sword, that's also a key.
Despite his long journey, King
Oh,
Mickey
I
never
gotta
wavered
trudge
and led
through
the way
this?
with his
So
optimism.
no one else has
And most
to!
important of all, the light inside.
Now, Sora, let's close this door for good. Don't worry. There will always be a door to the light. Except for all the doors that aren't actually there.
All right, the combatants
Those
are
doors
set
just
to
lead
run
into
the data through all
your local
possibilities.
supermarket.
It's time for a death battle!
Also, that door leads to the sequel trilogy. We don't talk about that shit.
Okay, how did you even get in here? There you
Oh.
go, midget.
Difficult to find. A king, you must be.
And to challenge me, you must be a master.
Okay, so how did they determine that the Keyblade can withstand a lightsaber hit?
Magic.
It's magic. With whimsy.
Okay then.
Okay, this force bullshit has gone on long enough! Alright, as the CEO of Mouse Corp Entertainment,
A wealth of power.
I am here to say that lightsabers can now no longer cut through Keyblades! It's the other way around!
My first duel.
That's how that works, right? I'm in charge, so I can do whatever the fuck I want with all this cannon bullshit! Nobody's gonna.
I think that was a reference to the moment when Yoda fell down.
Right?
Right back at you, pal.
You're a funny guy, you know that, Yoda? That's why I'm gonna kick your ass!
Young Yoda,
Oh,
I'm a
soldier! The original trilogy! Ow! Well, I guess I can't kill you unless I kill your ghost! Ow! 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 Your first ghosts even die? Guess we're gonna find out in episode 10, motherfucker!
The path to victory. This is not the Force. I must trust.
Okay, hey, are we back to this force bullshit again? Oh god, you saw Infinity War, didn't you? You saw Thanos drop that planet on Iron Man! Oh, come on!
You sure are strong, but it's time to end this tussle.
I summoned the power of light! Oh dear.
Surrender, you should. The power of the Force. You have not.
I may not have the force, but I've got the power of corporate bullshit!
Do or do not. There is no
You don't need the fucking... Why were you referencing the fucking motto there? Yes, it's one of Yoda's most infamous lines. Famous lines, rather. One of Yoda's most famous lines. But, oh dear God.
What a shame.
What the?
Worry, do not. One with the Force. I am.
Fuck.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Oh, I'm done here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go.
Okay,
What's
well, I guess
going
I
on?
was
Master
right
Yoda
then.
was one of the most powerful Jedi of all time, but the Force was ultimately no
That's
match
one of
for
my
the
white
light.
Minnie Mouse.
Gotta be one
Yeah,
of the best sword fighters
I was
Mickey's
right.
ever
Yoda
faced,
could
and
have
definitely
totally
gave him a
fucking
run
killed
for
him.
his money.
While Jedi have battled foes with near light speed reactions,
Fuck you,
a
Ryan
Keyblade Guardian
Johnson.
like Mickey could move several times faster. In order for Roxas to travel across at least 4 star systems, he'd need to be moving almost 170 million times faster than light.
They've also rubbed shoulders with guys like Hercules and Zeus, who moved whole stars. There are hundreds of celestial bodies there. The energy needed to move that many is way more than what would be needed to move a black hole.
And while Yoda doesn't have much of an obvious weakness himself, the problem is neither does King Mickey. At least nothing that Yoda could really take advantage of.
Even if
So as
Yoda
you can
could
see, I
figure
could
out that King
easily
Mickey
take
had a
Zoldan
limited
in a
amount
fight.
of magic energy to cast spells with, there wasn't much Yoda could do before it would start to replenish.
And the Force isn't exactly limitless either. Too much strain has been proven to put a lot of stress on the body and even kill some Jedi in the past. These two were certainly a match for each other in many ways.
I need that
but the king's
shit.
superior speed, power, and magic meant he had the last laugh. Well, sort of.
Sorry, Yoda, but M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U are dead.
The winner is King Mickey.
Okay, Pluto, you can stop licking me. I
Thank you
came
for
home.
watching. Stay tuned. We'll be jumping into the next matchup next week. But you can always get more Death
And
Battle
here's what
right now by
they
clicking one of those
decided to
boxes right
preview
over
for
there,
next
and by
for
downloading
that,
the battle
uh,
music
following
linked in the
week.
description.
We saw that already.
Walk into my misery, step inside and hold on for dear life. Do you remember me? Capture you, set you free.
Okay,
I
guys.
am all
Alex,
of
you can stop
me.
singing now.
Are you really all of you?
Well, since Ben isn't here to help us with this,
Let's just do our tier rankings and then tell Ben and
I'm
what
gonna
we
do my
thought.
tier ranking here. So I'm gonna
They do it if
say,
you can't see the tier list.
well, yeah, but I have my tier list.
Yeah, your tier list, my tier list. We can't really do anything without his tier list.
Look, let's just get our thoughts out of the way, and then we will tell, and then Benjamin will
I'll
give
put it
his
in. It
thoughts.
was fine, I guess.
Well, now
Disney really fucked this one up. But then again, they kind of fucked up the research too, because they showed, and they kind of poked fun at the fact that Disney Jedi can summon up fucking lightning from the ether.
Doesn't work that way.
I don't know what else to say about it. This is, like, I understand why they didn't go any further, but at the same time, like, Yoda fucking won that fight. Like, he lost, but he won.
I feel like it was a rocky situation.
Well, he could have easily, and I mean very easily, just made it so that Yoda is one with the Force now. He could have fucking killed Mickey with Force lightning if he wanted to. And it's not like regular Force lightning, where you have to have like darkness in your heart or some shit to use it. It's
Anger,
just
some shit.
Yeah, this is you know, Disney Force lightning, where you can just make things appear out of fucking nowhere. So, like I said, while I understand why they didn't do anything about it,
Alex, you
Yoda
do
should
realize that. Alex, you do realize that at Kingdom Hearts cosmology is absurd.
I don't care, because Yoda, even after dying, can summon up lightning to strike things with after he's dead. Mickey is a corporeal being, meaning that Yoda can keep shooting lightning at him afterwards. Granted, yes, Yoda is now, well, technically, quote-unquote, dead. But he also now has unlimited power, unlimited access.
No,
to the powers
Alex,
of the
Alex,
Force.
you said it wrong. You said it wrong.
Unlimited power I have.
Unlimited.
But yeah, he now has access to literally unlimited power. He is the greatest of all time. He will he can just do things now. And he should be able to follow Mickey wherever he goes and torment him with lightning or falling rocks until Mickey fucking dies.
Okay, you're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
Maybe I am.
Okay, I don't even know if that was even backwards. And that's the worst part.
Is it sad that I've practiced my Mickey Mouse voice for too long?
I once sang Enter Sandman in the Mickey Mouse voice.
No, I saw that. That was hilarious. Oh god.
Exit light.
Anyway,
Well, I guess Gizmo, what do you have to say about it? We're gonna go out of order now.
Okay, then.
Okay, Kevin, you get to go.
Okay. Honestly, I thought it was pretty good. Aside sequels, old trilogy bullshit aside, I thought it was a pretty neat fight. Plus we have seen. Plus, yes, the Kingdom Hearts cosmology basically dictates that Mickey is still
cosmology.
somehow more powerful. Yes, it is more powerful. Like, have you seen half of the shit that Kingdom Hearts does?
Don't care.
I agree with the result, but at the same time, the Double Artemis team still kind of needs to work on a bit of their jank bits. Like, currently they're doing really good. Nowadays, back then, they needed some work. Anywho, so yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Gizmo, you are now up.
Yeah.
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 It sucked ass. 0 out of a million. Fuck y'all. No, I'm kidding. Boy, I gotta be honest, man. Whenever someone brings up a death battle, this is one of the episodes that I just forget about. Like, it's not that I hate it. Far, far from it. I hate what they did in the death battle, like acknowledging the fucking Disney films. It would have been something else if they say acknowledged only prequels, the prequels, the original trilogy, and the shows. But to outright
get the comics.
Well, I mean, they're gonna mention the comics. They've done that before.
Yeah,
but
so prequels minus
in terms of
episode 3,
new media,
originals
in
minus
terms
episode 5, you know, that kind of thing.
In terms of new media, though, like I wouldn't have any trouble if they just mentioned like the shows, maybe one or two of the side movies, like maybe Solo, maybe Rogue One, but come on, man, really, you gonna mention the Star Wars movies nobody likes? That
Except
Disney
for-
keeps on the movies that Disney keeps on trying to hammer into our heads to say no, this is canon now. This is canon. This is canon. Fuck off.
Yeah, people definitely don't hate you because of this.
The match up itself, I wouldn't have thought of for like 1,000 years, let alone the fucking 10 years, like let alone the fucking 100 episodes in. Like, holy shit, a King Mickey versus Yoda. Especially Kingdom Hearts Mickey. I wish I would have thought of that, considering nobody thought of that. The fight was cool. The fact that they like didn't hop around, though, that was a missed opportunity. They're flying around, sure. They're sending each other flying, but it's not exactly the Yoda versus Dooku fight scene, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. There was like a nice flair to that. It was awesome seeing Yoda jumping just to strike Dooku in his face or his chest area. Something about it, I don't know what it is that's making me not dislike it, but more like not like it as much as any other episode. Man, I don't know what it is about. I really don't know what it is about this episode. I clearly don't. I can't say it's time for a death battle because there's clearly a lot of other matchups that people have been asking for and they clearly had like cooler fight scenes and deaths can't say it's worthy death either, or I can't say it's worthy death or pretty damn good either, because that would say that it's fuck, man. I don't know. Something about this just makes me want to put it in. It was fine. Like I really don't know why. It's just there's nothing physically wrong with the fight except for maybe a few things. I hate the fact that they acknowledge the goddamn sequel trilogy. Something about this just doesn't sit right with me. It's another one of those I don't know why, but it just does kind of episodes. If I had to put it in, I would have to put it in like in the middle somewhere, and it was fine.
And yes, I had all the GameCube Mario Party.
I'm back.
I'm
Give
back.
me a moment.
Oh,
wow,
there
I was
you
about
are,
to say
Ben.
you had to call it.
I'm sorry
Sorry
it
about
took me
that.
so long. It was
I came
awful.
in time.
You want to know what you missed,
Okay.
Ben?
What I
So-
missed.
Hey, Ben,
Weird
we
stuff.
found out that Kevin is apparently the JXE of our show because he
The
hasn't played most of the games.
What games?
The
64.
games.
What games?
Any of them.
Kingdom Hearts?
I've played all of those. I played all of those. Come
What
on.
No,
games
video
then?
games
Played like
in
a total
general
of
for the
4.
N64.
N64, he played a total of 5. If he has a PS2, I wouldn't be
You're going
surprised
too
if he had a total
fast.
of
What
2.
games?
I only played a handful of PS2 games, and most of the time the PS2 was being used by my older sister who played
No.
Grand Theft Auto.
Wait, what games are you talking about? What games has he not?
N64.
N64 games?
Yeah.
Versions
He
and
had an
exclusives.
N64, but he didn't have a whole lot of games.
No,
Oh,
No,
I thought
I
you were talking
didn't.
about he didn't
I
play.
had a very specific cadence. Don't forget.
Okay, I
Anyway.
got confused because I thought you were
Anyway,
talking about a series.
I put Yoda versus Mickey in pretty damn good. Alex and Gizmo put it in. It was fine. And Ben,
It was
where would you
fine.
put it?
It's one of the best.
Yeah, I put it at the very
episodes.
bottom of it was fine too.
Boo!
man.
Boo on you. That was one of the best episodes.
Actually, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I gotta put it above Stephen Kryniverse versus Star Genocide.
I'll personally put It's Time for a Death Battle, in my
Why?
opinion.
Why? The
I
ending is
love this
awful.
episode. The ending is amazing!
The ending.
Are you kidding?
Okay, Yoda summons up lightning to strike at Mickey. Mickey moves out of the
As a
way,
joke.
and then they did nothing about it. No, Yoda
Yeah, because
won
he can't
that
do
fucking
anything
fight.
as a ghost. It's a joke.
Yes, Yoda is still around and can do stuff, and he can torment
Yeah.
Mickey for the rest of eternity.
He
Until
does that,
he strikes
though. Like,
Mickey
he
down.
He does that as a joke.
Until he strikes Mickey down. He can still
No,
strike
he
Mickey
can't.
down.
No, he can't strike.
Yes,
What?
he
No,
can.
you can't. No,
Yes,
he
he can.
can't.
He
You
can
can't do
summon up
no.
lightning.
There are no instances
This
where
is
Force
Disney
Ghost is able to do this.
Ladies,
No.
you're both beautiful in your own unique
No,
way.
there's
Mike,
no
Mike,
evidence
kiss.
to suggest that a Force Ghost could kill someone.
Yes,
Mike,
he
Mike,
sets a
Mike,
fire.
kiss.
He sets a fire in episode 8.
Episode 8 is bullshit. It never
Yeah, but
happened.
they cited episode 8. That's the
Yeah, no,
problem.
are you
They
saying a
cited
fire?
it.
No, that doesn't make sense. A fire wouldn't even kill Mickey regardless.
Should I have to mute everybody except for
created
Ben,
an
and just so we can make some progress?
No, because that's
Mike,
bullshit.
yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
Please stop.
No, I'm just saying that doesn't
Okay.
make any sense.
Everybody-
That doesn't have any logical sense
Everybody aside
behind
from
it.
Ben.
Okay.
Everybody aside from Ben, quit your bitching and let's move on.
No, I guess
Okay,
I didn't
Ben,
get to
go
get
ahead
my
and-
opinion on this.
I said
Say-
everybody besides Ben.
Go ahead and say.
Okay. Like, when this episode was first announced, this is interesting. I wish I could have talked about this, but this episode, or at least Yoda and Mickey, were originally banned from Death Battle since the start. Mickey, because, well, Disney, and Yoda, because Ben hated his portrayal in the prequels, or rather, the way he fought. Because he always
I
loved
mean, the best fighting
the-
style in the history of Star Wars.
I do disagree with Ben on that, but he likes more of the Force aspect of him. That Yoda relies more on that more sort of mythical side from like episode 5 or 6.
I
He
don't,
really
because in the expanded universe, even before the prequels, Yoda was described as being one of the greatest swordsmen in the history of the Order.
Yeah. I don't agree with Ben on it, but I do understand his take. So when this matchup was announced, it was kind of a big deal because King Mickey and Yoda, two characters who were infamously banned from the series, that's gotta be a great not finale premiere, because this was the 10th anniversary premiere for Death Battle. You know, like the beginning of the 10th anniversary season. So I was worried because at the time the Kingdom Hearts scaling was still downplayed, down to source. So I was worried that Death Battle would fall into the trap that King Mickey isn't that strong, Yoda wins, and that worried me because this is their second Kingdom Hearts episode. The first one, it was alright, it was researched well, but not it wasn't that much detail, but. Thank God I was so fucking wrong on that. They did a really damn good job with the research, specifically with how powerful Mickey could be. They didn't go full multiverse detail, but at the same time, I see why they didn't go that angle because there's so much to go over that, and it would have made the matchup far more one-sided than it needed to be. So they mentioned what they had to mention and nothing more. And they even mentioned feats I wouldn't really think of, like the Rock's speed feat. I mean, the math isn't right, but it's still there. And it's interesting, like, wow, that's a feat I never really thought of before. And I just like the creativity of that. And then we get to the animation. I do still love it. I like the opening, admittedly, there's not too much build-up, but I do love the idea that they're fighting on this kind of, base area with the
Final destination. It is literally Final Destination.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Yeah, it is Final Destination. I love it. Okay, for whatever reason, I thought I reset the tier list by mistake, but no, I didn't. Okay. Okay. So, I would need to watch it again to give, my full detailed thoughts, but, I don't know. I just love the fighting in that episode. Like the first half being more of the sword heavy play, and there's some great gags in there too. Like when Yoda, when they're fighting and they're throwing their weapons around, and when Yoda brings back the lightsaber, he starts hitting Mickey in the head with the stick on repeat. And Mickey's like, "Oh, that's it. You're done, bitch." And the second act of the fight is probably one of my favorite parts in this episode because it's Yoda throwing his lightsaber down and just relying on the pure raw power of the Force. And it's fucking awesome. And the music shining with it. It's like, oh. I haven't talked about the music. One of my favorite soundtracks in the series. Just this epic and grand music that tells a story as it goes on. It's great. And you may not like the ending, but I thought it was perfect. Yoda and Sora clashing at it. The dialogue between them.
I thought this was Mickey.
Oh, sorry, I meant Mickey. My brain. But I genuinely love the dialogue between them. Also, they actually got a good Mickey voice actor, which is hard to come by. I can't even do it. I get.
Now, can I say what I was gonna say?
I mean, sure.
Okay. One of the problems that I have is that they heavily cite the sequel trilogy and then kind of ignore it.
I mean, they briefly mention it and then they ignore it.
Literally, the reason why Yoda loses the fight at the end, they cite Jake burning himself out at the end of episode 8.
They only briefly mention that, but that stuff has happened in the
Oh
legend.
no, they briefly mention it, but that is still key to their decision in how they describe it. And considering the fact that Force ghosts in the Disney canon can pick up physical objects, there's no reason Yoda can't just pick up his lightsaber and keep fighting.
No, he can't do that as a Force ghost.
Luke picked up his lightsaber in episode 9.
We don't talk about episode 9.
Force Ghost Luke
That's a weird
picks
one,
up his
though.
lightsaber in episode 9. And the fact that he
Actually, looking back at the footage, they mentioned the Mandalorian as well.
Yeah, they mentioned Mando. They brought up a bunch of stuff from.
I will
episode
agree
8,
that they
episode
should have
9,
shown.
and
I
episode
do
7.
agree that they should. I do agree they should have shown examples from Legends, but
And
again,
they
the point
did
still
bring up
stands.
examples from Legends. They had stuff from Knights of the Old Republic and the Old Republic and
What's the
KOTOR 2.
issue? They used those as
And,
examples as well. Then
Yeah, and they had that thing from The Force Unleashed, which was
No-
itself influenced by Dark Empire.
also we don't see Ghost Luke fighting in Episode 9 unless I'm deaf and I just
No.
never
Ghost
noticed.
Luke still handles the lightsaber and is able to
Episode
pick
9
up
is dumb.
Leia's lightsaber to show Rey where it is.
I don't even think Episode 9 is canon to 8, considering how much it retcons that movie.
Episode
Can we
8
even-
isn't canon to Episode 8.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I think
True.
we're derailing this.
We're-
Can we move
Oh yeah,
on?
I'm back
gonna
to
be-
back to topic.
So, yeah, we're
I
gonna be
do-
done
I
for
don't
the night after
particularly-
this one.
All
No,
in
no,
all,
hang on,
fuck
let me
Star
finish. Let me
Wars.
finish. Let me finish.
No.
I don't particularly agree at all. I do think I don't. There's no evidence to really suggest that the Force Ghost could fight, other than the Ostrosity that was Episode 9. I think this was released before Episode 9 anyway.
What about Force
Was it?
Unleashed?
It features footage of high definition footage of Rey igniting.
Does it? Oh,
her
never mind then.
lightsaber
Yeah,
at
okay,
the
I'm
end of
mistaken
episode
on that.
9.
I am mistaken on that. But like, there's outside of that one moment, there's no real evidence that a Force Ghost could fight, or at least for a long period of time, because we only see Luke pick it up for a
I
short period
mean,
of time.
Obi-Wan
Yoda still
was the
summons
boss
lightning
fight
in
in
episode 8.
Yeah, he does.
Yoda now, being
was-
one with the Force, Yoda now has quite literally unlimited power. So he
Are
can
we?
keep
I don't
fighting
think
forever.
that's the case, because if that's the case, why didn't they stop the Empire?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because
Episode
it's
8
not
is a
how it
giant
works.
Plot hole.
It's not how it works. It's like
It's how it works in the Disney canon, though. Which is
It's so
why it doesn't
stupid.
work. Which is why Disney canon doesn't fucking work.
Anyway,
that's why Deathbow usually uses Legends while using like sequel stuff as kind of like, oh, here's extra info, which
can't cite
personally they
sequel
really
stuff.
shouldn't do. The Obi-Wan had a better balance of that, but like I still
yeah.
really love the ending of this episode just due to it being a great fake out.
anyway, seeing as we have,
But yeah, I would put it as time for Death
one
House
vote for
though.
pretty good, pretty damn
Okay,
good,
we're-
and one vote for it's time for a death battle.
Yep.
So
Where does that average?
average out
So
to
there was
bottom
two
of the
votes.
damn
There was
good.
two votes. There was two votes for it was fine, so that wins. But since there was two votes for above it, it would go to the top, I guess.
Okay, so we'll put it at the bottom. Pretty damn good then.
You know what? Yeah,
Alright.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
so,
So
so before we end the night,
Well,
let's spin
I
the
do-
wheel one more.
yeah.
Let's spin the wheel.
I do
Oh,
want to
and
apologize for
the-
taking so long. So let's find out what we watch next time.
All right.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh man, we missed Luke Skywalker.
Oh shit.
Oh man, I
Oh.
love this one.
Oh.
A lot of people
Oh,
on this show
baby.
about watching
Oh.
Kirby. I
Can we
love
just watch
that.
that now? Can we just watch
No.
that now?
No, we
No.
have to
Okay,
hold off until
okay.
next time.
A little too late.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Screenshot it and put it in announcements.
Yeah, someone do that. That's gonna be a fun one. We'll see you guys next time for one of the most controversial episodes in the series and one of my personal guilty pleasures.
I don't.
Oh, I
know
can't
why
wait.
This is controversial. I love this episode.
I do too. One of my personal favorites. Oh, let's do this.
All right. Now that this is over, we can commence me writing out your termination papers, Ben.
No, okay. For real though, I'm probably gonna record a separate reaction to King Mickey with maybe RGS because he missed it. Watch
Okay.
some episode T miss,
You
but
do
all I-
realize that
all I
RGS
know.
and Seamus both missed these things, so
Yeah, she missed. I don't know if he'll be able to record a reaction, but yeah, I didn't say where I would put it on my tier list. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I was outvoted. It didn't matter. I would
oh
put
guys,
it.
I gotta show you something funny.
Yeah.
So this is something I retweet. Right. So
So yeah, that's about 4 episodes in this episode. Such a shame I had to miss one of my all-time favorite episodes. So Alex, you got to cut out all the fill. How long was I gone? Was it gone for like an hour, right?
Let's see. Approximately, yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to be gone for that
all
long.
right. All right. All right, seeing as is Mr. Benjamin. I know Alex has seen this. Gizmo.
What?
Click the live.
Oh,
Are
boy.
we going to be doing this as part of the stream, or is this...
No.
Okay. Hey, well.
I thought we were done recording.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.
Why are you still recording? I thought we ended.
Well, I was gonna leave us with like a proper farewell. Bye, everybody.
Well, bye. So are we done recording?